just
Like, you don't have permission to go
we-
have sex with your auntie now just because Game of Thrones had an episode.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast.
And I've made a comment on TikTok. We are sober, but I'm telling you, man. And
So you can find me on Meister Geek Media, hashtag Recast the Chala campaign.
Every time Jack had to find someone from Africa, he's so plain.
Okay, I'm tebellokhala. Welcome to Nerdgasm. Hey, what's up, you guys?
so
Welcome.
serious. Even if you turned it to mince,
Can you introduce everyone quickly? Thank you.
Let's do it.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast with two of our usual four. Three of the four. It's now a threesome again. Use your imaginations. Yes. We have Sir BuckMeister of BuckMeister Media
Of Meister Geek Media Kingdom.
of the House of Media,
Right.
of the House of Media Kingdom.
Ride, Meisterians, we ride at dawn.
For we shall recast T'Challa. Yeah. And then we have our friend and beloved Fire Lord. You're going to stop making fun of my apology video. It was so awesome.
I'm such a nerd, guys. God.
What?
Oh, I'm such a nerd.
You didn't think I'd actually put the track, did you?
I didn't think I would sync with the track. That's what I'm saying. I was on key. Oh my God.
I deliberately timed it like if I get the first note right, this thing will track because I heard the songs like this man is in rhythm. You know, your music jutsu is soul deep.
Wap 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 wap. Fuck, get him now.
Yeah, oh goodness me! You see that people I would not want to be in the bad side with. If I end up with a rap battle, I don't know how, against BuckMeister, I know I'm doomed. Because the things you splice together on the fly, I have to have. I'll be the one with ghostwriters and like serious ghostwriters. I'll be calling Pusha T. Hey, can you like help me out with a couple of rhymes, Nyana?
Do we not have anybody here, guys? I guess the only beef we had was Casper, but anyway.
Yeah, rest in peace. AKA.
Okay, Kai. Okay.
All right, and then hello, Fire Lord, known as Cortez Z. I always like putting the double Z and double E's because that's how I like saying it. Like it's like an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Last time on Cortez Z.
Okay, that sounds dope. What?
You need to use that somehow. I don't know how, but you need to use it.
Anyway, we are going to.
That's why I put it all. That's why I put it in my handles.
We are now going to discuss the third part of this glorious trilogy, one of the best trilogies ever made. And we're going to discuss basically the climax of this trilogy because this movie ish went down and ish went down.
Oh no.
Annoying.
Zooks, are you here? Okay, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. It was just Tebello freezing a little bit.
Ish.
Okay, everybody's freezing because the forces of darkness are trying to keep us at bay. Let me tell you a secret. Right now, Extrodin is giving up the last of his spiritual energy, raising his hands up to make sure that the signal is secure. So when it buffers a little, he's running out of power. So guys, wherever you're hearing this in the multiverse, send him some energy right now because he's keeping this connection stable.
Please.
He needs it.
Yes. You're reminding me of this game. All my PC gamers, who remembers Earth Special Forces? Comment below.
Counter-Strike. That's as far as back as I go.
Yeah, it was from Counter Strike. Okay, no, not Counter Strike. Half Life. If you had Half Life and all the other mods, there was another one called Earth Special Forces where you basically play as characters from Dragon Ball Z. It has lots of
That
fun.
I
I used
missed
to be.
that.
Uh,
That I missed that.
it has lots. We played in. We had used to have awesome beam battles. We had to get punched up into the sky. And the more you beat them, but the more your power level rises. And if you cross, I
Nerd
think
across South Africa. I think we need to start an initiative, a movement, a political party of some sort. Because come on, we've been here for how long and we haven't congregated? Yeah.
you heard it from here,
Mhm.
folks.
As you've seen,
Buck,
guys, please strap
Buckmeister,
in. The tangents are gonna tangent.
BuckMeister is going to start his own political party, aka we are going to call it the Black Panthers. I wonder what's going. How I know right now the the FBI and the CIA are panicking because I just said the Black Panther Party, the Black Panther movement. We're in South Africa. I can say that as much times as I like, but the moment it goes on YouTube, this
Ameliko.
is gonna get demonetized. Okay. So anyway, let's move on to the big meat of the subject. I think. Wow, the rhythm's off. I don't know how many minutes we have been recording, or the actual recording, whether the disclaimers have passed. You know what? Little Bastor. I've changed the formats a bit. You see, we've got end credits now. You saw in the last episode that the end credits came up at the end of the episode. It looks hella fun. So you'll see the disclaimers there. Nah?
Mm.
You'll see them there as well.
Mm.
Nah?
Sharp.
Sap. Nah? Sap. Cool.
On to Gondor.
On to blah, 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 blah. Okay, what? Okay, I don't know, because these people watch the director's cut because they like to torture themselves.
It
So
was
Well,
only
the
one
thing
I
is,
could find.
I'll say this though. As much as it was 4 hours and it was long, like
It was
for
good.
example, I was annoyed. Like I was not annoyed, but like I really started to feel the time when I watched the Zack Snyder Justice League one. Like it felt long. Like it
so
felt
many
like
slow motions.
it felt like there was things that were not even connecting to anything or whatever. So it just felt like a very long movie. Like that was a chore. I'll say with this, when I watched it, as long as it was, at least even in the director's cut, nothing felt wasted.
Mm.
Mm.
So I mean,
Uh,
yeah, there's times where I have to clock out just because life happens
life has
and all of that
happened.
stuff.
You got
But
to
like,
pee.
yeah. But like also the way they structure the acts in all of these movies, it's kind of like when you jump off, it's like, okay, this is the end of one movie. So it's like, yeah, I'm coming back to another movie. So it didn't feel as much of a chore.
Anyway, shall we get to the fun pass?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
remember the last time I said that this movie has like every one of these Lord of the Rings movies is like two movies cut into parts.
Mhm.
Mm.
This one actually is like three movies cut into parts. It's like its own trilogy into one movie.
Or four if you watch the director's cut. But
Cut.
yeah.
But that is it. This one, it starts off. What I liked about this one in particular, it starts off more of a happy tune. We get to see one of the titular characters and his backstories. We finally get to see, well, in the theatrical version, we finally get to see the origins of Smeagol.
Mm. Oh well,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Because-
starts the same way.
It starts with the fishing expedition, and you see Smeagol is
Yeah.
fishing with his best buddy Dago, and that's why I wanted to just show how things have gone out full circle and how things, once again, Tolkien and his magic mushrooms, because what we see with this friendship, that the ring tore apart a relationship of friends. And the thing that counted it in the very end was a relationship between friends. So Sam and Smeagol Sam and Frodo basically.
MVP, Sam the Great, Sam the Wise, MVP.
Samwise the goat.
Samwise Samwise God's choice. Basically, everyone, we just admit, like everyone else was like, oh, these other characters. God chose Sam. Like Sam, you're going with this man. He's not gonna finish his mission without you. And that's what we get to see: a friendship that did not bend to the will of the ring, unlike that other friendship, Dagon and Smeagol.
and they did it almost immediately. I was
Do you
like,
know?
yo, like immediately. And
Yeah, they didn't waste time.
and like dog, there's one point where I was like, well, I think Smeagol has to be happy that he ended up the way he ended up with Gollum, because there was an in between transformation where I was like, dog, if you look like that for the rest of your life,
That
like
scene,
you
that
like
scene with
you
his eyes and
like
yours.
you look bad now, you do, yes, but there was an in between where I was like,
Fast forward.
Because you didn't look like anything. That was the thing. Also, he didn't look. He looked like he was trying to be something, but it wasn't really there. So it just
dog looked like he
looking.
had nails in his eyes. Like it looked like he like I was like, what is happening here?
You're suffering from the worst case of glaucoma.
No, I
Not
was
too
like,
bad.
dog. I was like, dog. Like, I was just like, if I went to the sea and I saw myself and I was looking like that,
I'll jump in. Wee. It's okay. Take me.
it's
But
like,
I
Head
think
first in there.
but the way the ocean would look at me is like, I don't want anything this ugly. The ocean to spit me back out like, oh, like what? Ew.
I was like, dog. That like just that is a wake up call alone. Like, if you looking like that, like it's one thing to have teeth missing, but dog, to have your eyes missing, like,
Hey.
Yo. Yeah, no, he looked something terrible, man.
He looks like what?
He looked like
He looks like why you shouldn't take drugs, kids. This is why you shouldn't take drugs. Don't do drugs.
that, and also he looked like the first victim of from an outbreak monkey situation.
great. I was like, yo, no,
Yeah.
dog. He looked like one of those experiments from the lab that was not supposed to get out, and the scientists are like, we have doomed all of humanity.
What have we done? You know that when they say that in slow motion, you know that things are going to go bad downhill from here.
Side note, scientists, please stop making AI smart. We're begging you, please.
Please, John Connor has been warning us.
What do they learn?
Please,
We
you're
literally
giving
have
them
movies
guns.
upon movies warning us.
You're giving them guns, and you're giving them like tanks, and you're making them like 100% accurate. Now, all they need is an attitude, and then it's over. Like, imagine they get the attitude of one of the ladies who worked the tills. We're all dead.
Ooh, watch upright. Plastic.
Oh, plastic.
Okay, it's my tangent, so I'll break it. Kai.
Anyway, so moving along, we get to see how Smeagol became Smeagol, and then it breaks to the scene where like, wake up, my precious, it's to go. We must leave at once. And Frodo's like, it's not even. Seven's like, I slept too much. It must be midday. It's like, no, it's not even midday. The days are just getting darker. And you get to see the knock. We need to keep going. And shout out to Sam. Always has the one thing that keeps people's hopes going. You know what I mean? Because it feels like we don't have enough food. Which hold up, one. Faramir, you son of a bitch. You let them go on that mission, but you didn't even give them supplies, nyana.
Well, he didn't have any. Remember, the time they got to that city, they were getting raided by the Nazgul and the orcs, dog. Like, they didn't have anything.
No, are you telling me that encampment doesn't have any rations of anything?
Dog, they out. Like, remember, they have to feed the guys who have to swing the swords. Like, the reason why Denethor is an idiot is because he didn't send any reinforcements to that encampment in the first place. So they were undersupplied. They had no weapons. Faramir was a goat. Faramir low-key was a goat. He was fighting like with one leg, basically, against an entire dark army.
All right, then fine. Then I'll let it pass. Anyway, then it sounds like no, I've rationed it. We should have enough. Oh, hey. We seem to have a little bit of an emergency. Can I just 2 minutes?
Okay, I guess we can keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah.
We skipped out on again more brilliant acting. The whole Smeagol Gollum talking to each other to the reflection.
Oh wait, is it in the last movie where he says?
No. It's so it's after.
My question is that when he says you're a murderer or whatever, was that in the last movie?
Yes, I think that was in the last movie. This one is where he's plotting. He's plotting now. how he's gonna
Yes.
get the
Yeah, the
how
ring.
yeah, the ring. So that's just another brilliant device that was used that shows the broken mind of Smeagol and how he wants to be Smeagol, but he's Gollum.
Yeah, but I mean, also Smeagol is not that great because Smeagol was quick to body his friend over that ring anyway.
No, hence I
So
said like that's why Gollum is so strong because Smeagol himself is weak.
yeah, I
Because
mean,
remember, it took this is how much power was needed to turn him. Yeah,
jeez.
that's it didn't take a lot of convincing.
Look,
So
I'm not a big person on the Oscars. I really don't care. Like, never watched them really, and like, I never
mm,
go see a movie because Oscar award winning. But I'm like, the fact that does Andy Serkis not have one?
I think let's double check on that. I think he got one. Oh, I think they made one for him.
They better have because I mean, between this and Caesar, what he's been able to do with motion capture has been crazy.
Hmm. So let's just check
And I mean,
Andy Serkis.
the voice acting work alone, like it.
Uh, quickly just checking. He, I don't think he won for any Oscars, but let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything about him winning an Oscar.
Well, it's just more proof that the Oscars are bogus. Anyway.
But
Okay.
anyway,
Anyway, let me not say that because people do want them. I think if you get it, great. But I don't think it's the end all be all that everybody says it is. You can have a
mm,
perfectly great acting career without one. And honestly, we as the viewing public, we usually don't care because the last time we checked in was when Chris Rock got slapped. That was it.
exactly, and we only tuned in just to for that. So
Yeah. Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
yeah,
My video doesn't want to activate for some reason. So let me log off and come back in.
All right, we'll keep it going.
okay. Yeah, no,
Uh,
he didn't.
yeah, I mean, well, anyway, like I'm saying, I don't. That's not what draws me to a movie. So when people say Oscar
Mm,
award winning, I'm like, all right.
it's whatever.
But yeah, moving on. So this is when he's trying to take them up to the mountain pass, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you guys gone that far?
What did we skip?
Like a whole lot of stuff, CD.
Like what?
Okay, let me sort out
Okay,
my
yeah, sort out
application.
your camera quickly, and then you can come back, Lord of the Rings Sensei.
Yeah, because what? It's Gollum and then them going up, and then they going to the path, and that's where we are. So
Well, isn't it? Oh, is he talking maybe about the Denethor stuff? Because the Denethor.
Not there yet.
no, we haven't gotten there yet, though.
Oh,
We still with the hobbits.
yeah, we're with the hobbits right now, right? Cool. So is this what else gets okay? So yeah, I mean
Oh yeah,
Sam
this is
Wise,
also Sam. This is where you see Gollum also doing the plot,
yeah,
basically
against yeah.
To get Sam out of. Oh
Damn it!
man, that was such a good yin yang joke.
Do we do it again? I don't know. It won't feel
Nah,
natural.
it won't feel natural, and
Ah,
uh,
alright.
I'm so
R.I.P.
disappointed in us.
R.I.P. Yin Yang joke. Oh
And
my
it's
god.
literally like not anywhere. Like it's not like someone's been
No,
recording on the side, and
it's
you've
in
got
our
a
it's in,
poor.
it's in our
We
hearts.
don't even have a VGA version of it, bruh.
Asa. All
Okay,
right.
so
So where did we actually leave off? Okay, so we were saying that we're with the hobbits, right?
yeah,
They're gonna scale. They're gonna find the secret pass because they can't get through Mordor or whatever the case is.
yes,
So during this time, Samwise overhears Gollum, plotting and scheming. Gollum was getting his, like how flies always look like they have some nefarious plan because they're always doing this.
Mm.
That was basically Gollum.
Ah! I'm gonna say, oh, you're getting your fly on, you little evil
Yeah,
bastard.
yeah. Every time I see a fly, I'm just like, dog, I swear you're planning something diabolical. There's some takeover the world scheme. Yeah. So Gollum is talking, and like again, shout out to
And
Mr.
he's
Andy
talking loud
Serkis.
too, eh?
Hey, dog, Gollum has like
Like
he
when you think about it in retrospect, like he wasn't even whispering, bro. He was like full
and I'm
voice,
gonna
like,
kill
yeah,
both of
man,
them. I'm gonna kill both of them. One and two.
both
One and
of
two. One and two. Like he might as well have just said, "Hear he, hear he. I, Gollum, will betray both of the hobbitses and take back the precious." Ding, 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 ding. And then
it was a
somebody
bit
comes
there,
in
buddy.
from. Oh, I'm saying like he should have just had a bell, and then somebody comes in from the side. Shame.
Oh man, I lost you a bit there.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you back now. I lost
Ah.
you.
Hey, this stream is killing all the jokes. I was saying anyway
It's,
that he might as well have come out with a bell and just said, "Hear he, hear he. I'm going to betray both the hobbitses." And then somebody from the corner just comes out shame with a bell from Game of Thrones.
shame, shame, shame.
Yeah. Side
Yeah,
note,
so
that was crazy. But anyway, yeah. Go ahead.
and also just a quick like Sam boxing.
Hey,
Like this
Sam has hands. Like
Sam
like I,
boxing, like this dude was a gardener, bruh. Like he didn't know nothing, bruh. Like dude was a gardener,
No, what was in them gardens? Like, yo, Frodo, what was
bro.
like?
I understand the strength now because he was gardening, but like the homie was like bah bah
Hey,
bah
dog,
boom boom, and
apparently
later
he
on you'll notice he was also boxing, like he was boxing with the sword
no,
as well later on, bruh.
yeah, like
Like
Sam off screen, he had a Rocky montage. Like some way he was like running up the stairs, do 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 do.
I'm coming to Gondor. Yes, I am. I will help Mr. Frodo. I will help him with the
Hey, bruh.
ring. Ding, 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 ding,
Get you a
ding, ding.
like people out there, youngins out there. Now, because I'm about to turn 30, so I guess I can say that. Get yourself a Samwise. Good God.
Be a Sam and get yourself a Sam.
Yeah, be a Sam first, and then get yourself a Sam. Cause, whoo,
Mm.
hey, bruh, that guy fought
Yo.
he fought fire mountains, and like we're getting to the other
Oh,
parts that he does.
hey,
Or like,
okay. Let's not
yeah,
skip. Let's not skip ahead. Like we skip.
let's not skip ahead. But hey,
Yeah,
Samwise
so he
the goat.
boxes him. So Sam boxes with Thing. Frodo gets him off, and so because Frodo is so determined to save Smeagol.
Yeah.
Whatever Sam says, he's always just trying to like, no, but it's Smeagol.
Well, I
Like
think it's
even
also it's twofold because it's the ring also influencing Frodo, and I think it's
yes,
also the fact that Frodo is looking at Gollum as hope or
yes,
Smeagol as hope. He's like, if I let this go, it means that I can't make it back.
yeah. That's
So
so
like,
that's what
yeah,
so it's
yeah,
a
like
two.
I
And
think,
then also the third thing is also then Smeagol is just adding the last of the
yeah, he's also
poison.
adding, yeah, he's adding the aromat there, the six gun.
That's one wants the ring, but he don't know about that thing.
I.
Let me tell you about that ring. Let me tell you about that ring.
Ah. Ah. He turned into a yin yang twin. Oh, that's
Hey man, I had to real quick.
that's funny.
Yeah, so
That's funny.
then it cuts to the Rohirrimans, right?
The Rohan people.
Yeah, the Rohan people and the aftermath of the battle and all that jazz.
Oh yeah. Basically, and then this is where we get the line that Tebello was talking about, where he was like, "Where was Gondor when what was it? When the something fell?"
Where was
I get
Gondor? Yeah, where was Gondor? Whatever fell. Like Bernard Hill has such boss lines in like in
Yeah.
this movie,
No,
like,
he was a
and his
fantastic.
delivery of them, man, his delivery
Yeah.
of them, he captures like, yeah, even you like, what's up, you like,
Yeah. No, like he's so good that when he's standing next to Aragorn, you don't forget about him. Like Aragorn is Aragorn, but you're still like, yeah, no, this is the King Theoden. Like he
like theater
deserves,
no corner,
like yeah, he deserves like when he's talking to Aragorn, it's like yeah, that's a king to a king situation. It's not like one dude is better than the other or whatever. And
Mm.
that's a
And
crazy
it,
feat because we've had Aragorn for like a whole movie and a half, and we're not looking at Theoden like Kimango tech.
like every time that dude speaks, like you feel him, man. Like
Yeah.
he pushes proper and he pushes gangster. And then obviously Gandalf does the Gandalf thing, like, hey man. No no oh sorry, we did skip something. It goes to Gandalf and Saruman.
Oh right.
Yeah, so they no
Oh
they
yeah,
go
because
no
this
no
is
it
where
goes to
the
them, and then they meet up with Merry
with the
and
ants,
Pippin,
right? And the
who
ants.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah with the ants, and Merry and Pippin are just chilling, having a victory smoke up in there, like, oh
Hey
man,
dog.
and they've
Hey
been eating,
hot.
bro.
Hey dog. Munchies. Like yes,
They've
sis.
been eating. These
I
guys have been
think
eating and
like dog.
drinking
I like
because,
they so small, but I think they ate the whole orc supply.
bro, they
like
child. Like, remember
yeah.
when Gimli comes through and they told him, like, hey man, we just had some fried pork or some shit like that. Mm-mm-mm.
No,
And
but
he's
like
like,
I
what?
think they even pack more than Gimli. Like they eat like Goku.
Remember, these guys have breakfast, and then they have
Second
another meal in
breakfast.
between, and they have brunch, they have
No, they have
pre-lunch
breakfast,
or some
second breakfast, and then I think
second
it's
breakfast,
lunch, and then it's like, hey, you guys are
and
Saiyans, was like, what's happening?
then remember, there's they literally have about 8 meals in a day, bro. Like, it's
Yo.
something crazy like that. I'll try to remember the whole thing, but they have they have dinner and supper. It's different things to like, to us, dinner and supper is just it's a change of
Yeah,
words. It's
yeah, it's
say,
the same
you know,
thing, same
music no
WhatsApp group,
nine.
was, but
No, to them, dinner is like at 6, supper is at 7, type of thing. Yeah. So,
I'm back.
welcome
oh,
back.
welcome back from Gondor, Chief.
Yeah, Sauron's eye was upon me.
So anyway, we covered Sam fighting with Sam and
Gollum.
Frodo and Gollum. Sam fighting with Gollum. We're now by where basically the well, I'm lost for words here. I don't know why. Gandalf and crew meet up with the Ents, basically.
Okay, so I see the tempo has changed a little bit because in the original theatrical release, it starts with them deciding to head off to Mordor, and then it immediately cuts to um the it cuts to
Merry and Pippin.
Merry and Pippin smoking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you just see there's a whole lot of uh
Water.
the whole lot of trees and everything, and it's like the basic going on like I feel like I'm back at the Green Dragon after a hard day's work. It's like only you have never done a hard day's work, Pippin. And then you just see Gimli giving them the lowdown. It's like, how dare you make us worry so much, and here we find you feasting and smoking. Sure, addicts revealing themselves.
No, hey, Gimli look like yo, can I get a hit, bro? Like
Kind of puff and pass. And they're like,
Especially when they told them also about the food that they were eating. Like, yeah,
the
man, we just had
salted
some,
pork.
some pork, some smoked pork,
Yeah,
uh,
it's
some
the
what
salted,
sandwiches. We had some debonaires, and then
you know,
we
the salted pork is particularly good. Salted pork. Yeah, we are under management by Tribute. We are here by orders by Tribute who's taking over management of Isengard, and then
why am I forgetting his name? What was his name with him? Zege Zege. No, it's not Bricks. Why am I forgetting his name now? Pansgum
from
to
his
Sri Lanka.
Brown Dash.
Brown Dash, there we go. Basically, Gimli was trying to get his Brown Dash on.
You know? And
I'll puff and pass.
so here we see the big heartbreaking scene because in the extended edition we get scenes with Saruman. In the theatrical release we have no scenes with Saruman whatsoever.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Which for me broke my heart for two very important reasons. One, any scenes with Christopher Lee is goated. Two, in the books, I legit hated Saruman more than Sauron. Because
He was that bad.
No, in my mind, there's nothing that stinks more than a traitor. Like I can understand Sauron has always been evil. That's his job. He's the bad guy. We get it. You are my ride or die, and then you decided to do all this next.
Alexa, please play A Hero Falls.
Yeah. So even when I was reading the reason I took up the books in the first place is like, what happens to Saruman? 1,110 pages later. Oh, whew. Yeah.
I know how. We know how you are about closure. That kung fu video is legendary. Like the fact that you tracked out all of that information just to find out how it ended.
Look, you can't leave me hanging. I'm sorry. Imagine me dying without knowing that.
Oh my gosh. So Dragon Ball Z must have just been painful for you. Find out on the next episode. You must have been hitting the TV.
No.
You know that meme where the guy is sleeping and then he wakes up at like 3 o'clock. He's like, wait a minute, where's my ID?
Yes.
Tebello's that guy is like, wait a minute, what happened to Saruman? Wait a minute, what happened to that video? What happened at the end of
It's one of my major reasons why I don't like getting into a new fandom, because I need answers now. I'm sick and tired of waiting. Finally, like when I entered into the 40K universe, I read up on all the lore because I wasn't gonna wait. I was like, I'm not going to for what?
Basically Saruman goes out pretty sad in this though.
Yeah, so what happened
the extended cut?
In the extended cut, someone gets, ironically, he does get killed by Grima Wormtongue in the books. Canonically speaking, that does happen. How it happens is that in the books, Grima slits Saruman's throat after years of abuse. We don't know how much abuse he tolerates, but like at some point the way he treats him, so it's inferred that Grima Wormtongue had to resort to cannibalism, which is kind of dark.
And there's only orcs there, so ew.
No, you see, there's this scene that happens that they removed from the movies altogether. It's called the scouring of the Shire. What happens in the books is that when the heroes come back to the Shire, they find it desolated and destroyed. You see that scene when they look in the mirror and you see the Shires all burnt up and everything?
Yeah.
That actually happens. And the person responsible for that is Saruman.
Damn, Tolkien.
So what happens?
Mushrooms were you smoking?
So what happens there is that Saruman ends up occupying Bag End, and he's like pretending to be the great master and stuff like that. Diminished in power, a shadow of his former self, but he's been.
Oh, is that after he loses to the Ents?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So the Ents let him go because it's not in the Ents' nature to imprison any living creature forever. In fact.
Yeah, I don't like that though, because they bodied how many orcs? Just body him. But anyway.
So that being said, and you see, it's a continuous theme that the forces of good genuinely cannot comprehend the depravity of evil. So they keep giving it genuinely bad people a second chance when they really, really shouldn't. You see it over and over again in the Tolkien legendariums, like because good in its nature doesn't exist to understand what evil is. We end up doing things that ended up thinking that by our enacting mercy we are showing that there's a chance for these people to become good, while in truth that's just gonna go from bad to worse, sweetie. But
No, I mean it works sometimes.
it
But
works
like I'm
sometimes.
just like with Saruman, I was
Yeah.
just well, I'm just saying just because of the rules of the universe. I mean, for me, I just operate by rules of the universe, and
Mm.
I'm just like I've seen like y'all stomp on orcs. I've seen y'all chuck them rocks. So like when I
You
hear like
know,
you're gonna spare this guy, I'm just like I don't know what the reasoning is. It's kind of like
Yeah.
why last week when we were talking about Aragorn letting
Yes.
Grima Wormtongue go, because
Mm.
what Aragorn does in this movie to a messenger, I was like, bro, you did not let that guy go for nothing. But anyway, moving on.
So what happens here is
but
that
although in this case the messenger did cross the line.
honest.
Grima crossed the line.
How many
Really?
times?
No,
But
but I'm talking when they get to Grima,
Mm.
the situation has calmed down. There it was the heat of a moment thing. No, I do agree with you. You should have killed him. I'm just saying the
here
tension was a bit lower,
mm.
No, well, I'm
So
just saying
but
Theoden
he still
was
should have died.
pissed. I'm saying Theoden was pissed.
yeah,
And I was just like, bro, like stand aside. Like this between Theoden and Grima.
and the reason why, finally enough, Saruman ends up abusing Grima Wormtongue is that Grima Wormtongue in his stupidity, because guys, Grima Wormtongue ain't that smart. He's like a stooge type of villain in the books, not necessarily. Oh, look at
Well, I would
me.
argue he wasn't even smart in these ones, to
Yeah.
be honest.
So he in his anger trying to kill Gandalf, he chucks the Palantir at him.
Oh
He
wow.
tried to fight Gandalf? Oh, okay.
And that's when they find that the Palantir gets thrown out of Isengard, and they found it. You see that scene where the Palantir is on the ground? It was
Hmm.
well in the movies. Pippin finds the Palantir in the ground underwater. Is like, oh my god, bless my bark! What the fuck? That
Oh,
was
that
that is
weird ball thing?
yes.
Yeah, the eye, the mini
So
eye.
now then Gandalf like, give me the thing quickly. So he wraps it up, so make sure that no shit's going down, because he knows what the thing is. The
But
thing,
then you already see that Pippin's gone because he's got that look.
curiosity.
But okay, we're skipping.
Now,
Um,
so basically, Saruman gets killed in the theatrical. It's the only part of the theatrical, the extended version that I actually appreciate. We get to see Saruman get killed. Not at the right time, but he does get killed. Yay!
yeah, Grima chucks him over. They both like it's a double KO, isn't it?
yeah, it is a
Yeah,
double.
it's a double KO because Grima stabs him in the back,
Mhm.
and then Legolas does his I will shoot you from 20,000 miles arrow
Yeah.
thing,
Mhm.
and then it pierces both of them, and then they both go. They both
Yes.
go over. Because remember they were on the tower,
Yeah,
so
and then
when he
they
shoots
fall
them,
onto the spike
Mm.
thing.
they fall onto the
So
wheel.
Yeah.
So what happens with Grima is that when they scout the Shire, Saruman starves him so much that he resorts to eating hobbits.
Yikes!
And
So
George R. R. Martin said that
yeah, no shame.
Tolkien is for the children. Okay.
Yeah, no, Martin at some point was legit talking out of his ass, but don't blame me. I've never written a well successful book about incest, so call me
Look,
a hater.
I get what he's trying to say, that it's about the good guys surviving and the bad guys, but like that's still pretty messed up.
So then we get to. So what happens is Grima slits Saruman's throat in the end. Oh, the hobbits form an army and legit kick the ass out of all the ruffians assailing the
Yeah,
Shire. It
that's
was
what I'm
like,
saying. Like, I feel like like one of my things about this movie. I don't think
yes,
it's a criticism. I just think it's the way they portrayed the hobbits. But I'm
yes,
just like, for me, if you were like in a world like this, I
yes.
feel like you need to have like karate classes in the Shire on the strip mall. Like,
Oh no,
there
you
needs to
see,
be somebody who can show everybody how to roundhouse, or
mm,
you know,
Just a little some just in case.
because like you guys need to know how to box. Like,
oh
any
no, you see,
minute.
in the books they come. Merry and Pippin and Sam become like generals in an army. They're like, we've been to wars, trust me. And like Pippin and Merry and Pippin are busy going like left flank maneuver number 74. Archers on the position.
You know what? That might make me read the books.
And they're like,
That That might
On-
make me read the
on the-
books.
and they were riding on ponies, but the ponies became cavalry units. So I'm thinking, Mary, at some point, I was like, I've seen someone do this before. Death! And somewhere, and
I'm
then-
trying to picture Merry and Pippin just like serious, like oh my soul.
It's so
Yeah.
hard.
and Pippin
I
was
know
wearing,
that I know they throw hands in this one, but like still, man.
Pippin was wearing his Gondorian armor. I was like, I see in your eyes the same fear that'll take the heart of me. Like, this speech rocks. It's almost as if he's speaking to me from a different age. Someone knows the line. Galadriel over the mirror is like, girl, do I have the tea for you? Like,
Girl,
that's racing. Did you
Merry
see
and
that?
Pippin.
She's busy
A
telegraphing the
Hobbit
whole
army
thing.
kicking the shit out of orcs is hilarious in my mind.
Because it wasn't the first time. The Took, yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, the Tooks. They're outskirts, but they're known to fighting for the fact that they fought and defeated goblins before. So, I mean, that story where Gandalf embellished and said, no, your great uncle Took knocked off the Goblin King's head and it flew straight into a rabbit hole, and that's how he invented the game of golf. It's based on truth. They did fight orcs before and they have beaten them before. It's not the first time. It's just that they got so accustomed to this passive lifestyle that they forgot the strength they had within. And when the four heroes came back from the Shire, I mean, they ignited something. And when Saruman dies, what I like it is like Frodo's at this point is in a level of zen that people like, what the hell?
Mm.
Because it's like, no, okay, this he was like, what you don't realize is this: this fall fight, your clinging for power is pointless. This is over. Go. You're nothing now. And Saruman says, "I see that you've learned wisdom, and for that wisdom, I shall hate you forever."
Damn.
And
No,
then
but you know what's so crazy to me is that I'm
Yeah.
just picturing Merry and Pippin and they turn into like Leonidas from 300.
basically,
This is the Shire.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
this is the Shire. So, what
Randomly,
happened?
Zack Snyder comes in for 2 seconds and everybody's in slow motion.
Falling into a ditch. So Grima slits Saruman's throat, and then the Hobbit archers actually shoot Grima down because they thought he was going to attack Frodo,
Oh,
and
so
that's how.
he killed himself. Like basically, he got himself killed by accident.
Yeah, so he got killed by arrows, just
Ah.
like it happened in the movies. So
Ah.
Catch-22.
Well, I mean, this is the thing that I really like about Percy. Is it Percy? I was about to say Percy Jackson.
I
No.
was about to like which I win.
Which Jackson is it?
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson. There we go. There's a lot of Jacksons. I was about to
Yeah.
be like, is it Michael Jackson?
Jackson 5? Latoya.
Yeah, you know,
Janet?
the other, yeah, Janet. Yeah, I was about to go down the list, basically. So yeah, this is what I like about Peter Jackson is that like, yeah, he knew that he couldn't fit all of that in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot. Like already the movie is running over 4 hours, but at least he knew to adapt some of the serious stuff so that like, you know, there is a connection between people who are watching the movies and people who read the books.
Yeah.
I think he managed to bridge that gap really well with the time that he had. Like it's not flawless,
It isn't
know,
true.
but it's damn near close.
Mm.
If you get what I'm saying.
So what happens now is they ride back to Edoras. They have a big celebration about we remember those who gave their lives to defend this country. Hail the victorious dead.
Shouts out to Theoden, man. I think he was one of my favorite new characters in this whole thing.
Really?
Like anytime he was standing next to Aragorn, like we had Aragorn for a whole movie and a half, but like Theoden doesn't feel like a lesser character next to Aragorn.
Exactly. And for me, it shows the type of king that. Okay, spoiler alert. Theoden King is my favorite character in the entire thing. I know other people will say like, what blasphemy? But Theoden was, because he shows he's the most human character. He's the most human leader without destiny attached to his name.
Mm.
And he's the one who does who chooses to do the right thing for the sake of it being the right thing to do. You know, I love. Yes, it's true. Humans are politically motivated in many, many respects. Game of Thrones has gone out of its way to show that there is no actual good choice. It's always nuanced and blah blah blah. But when you face against an ultimate evil and you have made an oath, what other choices do you
No,
have?
Game of Thrones is cynical because I think we
Yes.
need to remember something. The goal of Game of Thrones is to get the throne, and that's
Yes.
like the throne is just a metaphor for power in
Yes.
general. So,
Exactly.
like, when your only goal is power, you're usually going to do the most heinous things possible.
Yes.
Theoden was a dude who already had it, and he
Mm.
realized that he had to wield it for the sake of the greater good.
Mm.
So I think we need to get over this thing of, because now I'm sick of humans are cynical, what. It's just like, guys, that's a lane of entertainment. It's not real life. Like,
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
also like understand that entertainment takes one aspect and hyperbolizes it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not a case of this is how all it is. This is just
Like, you don't have permission to go
we-
have sex with your auntie now just because Game of Thrones had an episode. Relax.
Even in the Game of Thrones universe, the only reason that they're busy exploring it at that extreme length is that no, we need to make sure we can still ride our dragons. Do you have dragons at home?
Yeah.
The only time I
Mhm.
might, and I'm not even saying I'm gonna condone it. I like you give me like, if there's a the case is 100% chance. The way to drop to 98% is if you show me your dragon. Like, it needs to be the size of it needs to be the size of Vega. It needs to be that big ass dragon. When I see that dragon, then I might listen to your argument. I'm not gonna say I'm agreeing to it. I'll sit down and listen to your argument. Like,
the
look,
size of what? Good Lord, tebello. Etonna so.
and this perverted moment is brought to you by the Fire. I'm so glad it's not just me.
Oh God!
From now on, it's recorded. I'm gonna clip this.
From two towers to this. Okay.
No, I
Anyway.
can't wait for these videos to go up. I'm not even started. The moment these guys go up, we're gonna it's gonna either go viral or we're gonna go cancel. There's no in between.
Will KC Media survive? Find out on the next episode.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, shout out to
Social
Theoden.
media.
we get to see that Theoden feels guilty because he keeps on saying, "No, it wasn't Theoden of Rohan who saved the people of who saved his kingdom."
Which I was looking at him and I was like, bro, I get that you had like moments of doubt and that
But
Aragorn
it
was
was
the one
you.
keeping it together, but like you rode out with him. Like,
You
give
know?
yourself more credit, man.
And you
Fuck
gave a
yourself.
dope ass speech.
And you're busy telling your niece, I am happy for you. He's a good man. And everyone else in the universe is like, oh girl.
Oh, shit.
Asties, ne?
Quick question. Is Arwen more active in the books?
Arwen and Domnio.
Yeah, Arwen
Less.
She's less active in
Less
the books?
active. It's one of the most. You see, one of the criticisms you could lay on Tolkien's Sweet is the way he doesn't much use the female characters.
No, but I'm saying Eowyn got to slay a dragon in the movie, so I'm assuming she's badass in the books.
Arwen. No, she does. Aeon. She legit does all that crazy stuff. True.
So maybe his missed opportunity here is that he just used Arwen less and he used Eowyn more, so people were looking at Eowyn more.
Yes, more or less. Because you remember, Tolkien is also a human being, so he's trying to show the virtues of humanity in a fantastical world, both men and women. We've got powerful elvish women like Galadriel. We've got the woman that this guy's in love with, and she's Arwen. It falls under that kind of mishmash. But
Aragorn Kun.
Yeah.
Aragorn Kun.
But what I really liked about what Peter Jackson did here was that she gave Arwen her spotlight to show that she ain't no wimp too. You know.
Oh, when she took out that horde
she
of,
about that life.
when she took out the horde of Nazgul, yeah.
Yeah, because that ideally was a character. That scene in the box was given to a character called Glorfindel. And if you know about Glorfindel, Glorfindel is legit like Superman of the of the Lord of the Rings book. There's no way I can put it in a simpler term. Like,
Even more super than Aragorn?
who that guy has been around since the First Age. I
Hey.
think he
Is he an
wasn't.
elf?
He's an elf. Glorfindel was an elf. He wasn't born in the Undying Lands like Galadriel, but he was there since the First Age. His valiant courageousness. He was so badass that the Valar sent him back.
Why?
Because
Okay. Why did they
because
give us a Hobbit trilogy over
you
there?
know and to make things worse is like he was the way he died. He died fighting a Balrog. Doesn't this sound familiar? They fought over an edge of a cliff. Sounds familiar? And they both tumbled to their death while Glorfindel was fighting to protect the refugees from a certain city as it was burning down. So he was the only warrior left, keeping this Balrog at bay while the women and children were running to safety. And he fought this Balrog to the death by tumbling off a cliff. How does this sound like?
He's a G. It sounds like you shall not pass.
That's why.
So he Glorfindel from Beyond the Veil is like Gandalf.
No.
He stole my flow. He stole my fight.
No,
Sword,
I'm telling you, what
sword
happened
for sword,
was
4 for 4.
what happened was because in the books they do have a meeting. One of the people at the meeting at the Council of Elrond is Glorfindel. I'm telling you. So during the off season, during the off times of the meeting, Gandalf was like this. So you fought a Balrog, you say? Okay, then what happened? Okay, so you fell off a very high place and kept falling for a long time. Okay. And then when you eventually killed it, you died. And then the
I'm
Valar
guessing this
sent
is
you.
in
Huh?
what I'm guessing this is in what passes for heaven.
Yeah, okay.
Glorfindel should be dead at that point, right?
Yeah, so what happens is that when elves die, they go into the Undying Lands as spirits into the halls of Mandos.
Oh, okay.
So they don't pass into they're still stuck on Middle Earth. It's just that their spirits are stuck in the halls. Humans, when they die, they go into an afterlife. They don't. The elves don't know it. The Valar don't know it. The only person who knows about what happens to the souls of men is Eru Ilúvatar himself, God.
Okay.
So that's why the Valar can't give humans immortality. They can stretch your life as long as they can, but they can't give it to. You can't veto someone else's powers, basically, and they wouldn't dare. So. And the thing about humanity in this universe is that we either get things done, spirits, because of our mortality. When we see something wrong, we go and endeavor to end it here and now. The elves are all about we shall see in the fullness of time.
How it shall unfold.
And then the dwarves are too busy digging for gold and stuff. But us is like, dudes, I gotta tell me I'm gonna leave this problem to my children? Excuse me.
Let's go.
So, and that's what.
All right. So, but then getting back to it, right? Theoden is giving the speech honoring the fallen and
Yes.
everything, and then
Everybody's
we get to
dancing.
see a fun thing with Gimli and Legolas, where they have a drinking competition.
That's in the extended cuts, but I like that part too. Like, okay, so what's the point of this? The point is to drink as much as possible. And you just saw Legolas.
Like, what is elf physiology? Because Gimli tapped out quick.
No, but you saw Gimli's thing was like he had a little mini mountain of cups, dog. Like,
I'm beginning to feel something. I think.
And then that's the line that killed me because Gimli, like 2 seconds before he passes out, this is when Legolas starts like going like, I think I can feel a buzz. I'm like, what do you mean you starting to feel a buzz, bro? Do you see how many things you drink?
But
I think Gimli was like, you know what we call Black Label. Now I call it load shedding. So I think Gimli was drinking a lot of load shedding. That's what knocked him out. Because
let me tell you,
call it 10 triple Y emergency unit, quick charge.
Pay attention. One of the things you see in one of the major exports in Legolas's kingdom, his father's kingdom, is wine. How long do you think that wine has been distilled for it to be able to satisfy elf level of culture? That is some potent stuff. So,
So
So
if
if a
like you put
human
it in
drinks
human
it, they
terms,
die.
oh no, we need to water it down. Like, okay, it's Elvish wine. What's the ratio again? Elvish wine needs to be distilled. It must be watered down by, I think, 30 measures. Okay, so 1 liter of of Elvish wine to 30 liters of water. Okay.
yo. So
You,
you gotta hit it on some Oros tip.
Yeah.
hey dog, if someone got a Hoya Jojo in there one time.
And when you're old and suicidal, I don't care about this thing. I drink my of wine straight.
So it's kind of like Excelsior. Excelsior.
Yes.
R.I.P. Mr. Lee. But moving on. Right.
So
So from there they give the speech, and then we get the drinking competition, and then what happens after that?
that's when you hear Gandalf has his speech. It tells us like no word from Frodo or anything, and they're like, "What?" And
Mm.
then Aragorn asks him, "What does your heart tell you?" It's like, "No, that he's still alive." And then we cut to Smeagol having a conversation with himself in the middle of the night.
Just a quick pause on there. So like it was interesting for me because the conversations we've had around Gandalf is he's technically an angel,
Yes.
right? But like there's moments in time where he even doesn't know what's happening. And that usually worries me
Yeah.
whenever I'm watching these movies. Because I'm like, if you don't know,
Yeah.
who's supposed to know?
And that's the thing about it. He's not supposed to be all powerful and all seeing.
Mm.
You know, and he's sticking to his mission, where the mission is to inspire mankind to show that even with their abilities, with what they have, it's enough to overcome evil. So if they came in there with big fireballs and kamehamehas and spirit bombs and all that things and sorted out all the men's problem, people would think like, obviously, you're an angel. That's fighting against evil. That's got nothing to do with us. The mission he was there to do is to show humanity, show us that we got the edge. We can solve this problem. Believe in
Hey,
Okay.
ourselves.
bro.
So
Like
so
I believe I
Gandalf
can
got
do it, but
nerfed.
I like you
Yes.
can like do it, bro. Like I believe I can do it, but I'd rather see you do
I
it.
feel like
Like
he should have
come.
at least gotten 50% of his powers because, like, when I was looking at Saruman, Saruman was throwing fireballs, he
Yeah,
was falling down mountains.
Saruman was cheating basically because he's so Saruman is the ultimate. He's the lesson that teaches people fighting evil with evil never ends up in a good situation. You know, fighting power for power, using evil's tools against itself. It's like basically is trying to cure cancer with cancer. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
Mm.
I got you, got you,
You
got you.
can't do that. It doesn't end up well. You fight evil with good, and that's
But
where Gan.
Tebello, it looks cool. I want to koi fireballs. Imagine like having a fire style.
I know, but that's not the mission. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
I
I
think
got you.
the problem is take away, and I think that's what Gandalf Tolkien is trying to communicate is take away all the fantasies and everything, and look at mankind as it is, and you just see if you look at it, if you look at humanity from objectively, or even just look at it from a different perspective, you see humans as wonderful, amazing creatures that deserve to have all the happiness that they can get. Y'all are doing a fantastic job. You're just so used to people telling you that you're bad, you're evil, you're underpowered, you're useless, you don't do anything right, that you forget to see the good that you guys do on a daily basis. You're
No, I mean
amazing.
like yeah, and also Gandalf wasn't less badass because of it. It's just something
Yes,
I wanted. Like
I know.
yeah,
And
but
now we have a pantheon of gods and say, no, we need to show these people just how amazing they are as they are right now.
mm,
And that's
Mm.
what the mission was. But somewhere along the line,
yeah.
some crazy.
Mhm. So then, yeah, we cut to Frodo and crew,
Yeah,
Samwise the goat, and Gollum the
and
column.
Gollum. The goat! That's why he's the goat!
Samwise is the goat for me.
And,
I said Samwise is.
yeah, and
No, I mean Frodo. Look, when I look at it back in context, like Frodo really he did something amazing. But like
Mm.
yeah,
Sam was the wind beneath his wings or whatever
you know,
because
you
Did
can't
you
have
ever know
you
that
can't have
you're
a,
my hobbit?
you know
Ah,
you can't have a striker without a midfielder to support. I don't care how powerful you think your strikes are.
Unless you are 9, and then you just do it yourself.
Who's R9?
Ronaldo,
Oh,
phenomenon.
Even Ronaldo needs passes, Chief.
You
You even
know?
need to cross to that guy.
Pre-injury, Ronaldo didn't need passes, bro.
It's him and Messi for some reason. I don't know why people are
He used to get the ball from the halfway line, dog,
like,
and
give
just
me
go.
I'm done, thanks, bye. Chwing!
Anyway,
Anyway,
So I'm just,
yeah.
but all I'm just trying to say is like, yeah, those two. And then we've got Smeagol, the problem. And Smeagol is busy. Like any good, you see, this is where the monologuing supervillain started. If you now want to see, if a supervillain starts monologuing, do you see how stupid it is? That's you. You look like Gollum at this moment. We must take them to her. Yes, we must find the winding stairs. And after that, up the stairs you go until we find
Oh, so
China.
I think we talked out of sequence then.
Yes.
Zook's
mm,
man.
mm, mm.
I think we shifted things around a little bit. Oh, okay.
So it's at that point, and then Sam hears the entire evil monologue. And
Oh,
he
but then in the extended version, that
Yes.
whole thing is one, and then it goes to the thing. So we weren't
We weren't
it's not
out
that
of
we
sequence.
weren't
It's
out
just
of
that
sequence.
we were talking about the extended cut. I got
Yeah,
you.
in the extended cut, it's
Yeah.
one cut, and then it goes to Merry and Pippin and the ants,
yes.
and then, but now in the theatrical one, it starts there, goes to Merry and Pippin, and then it cuts
Anybody
back.
who's listening to us, you've seen us jump out of sequence. Just watch it in reverse. It's Pulp Fiction.
Thank
It's
you.
fine.
Yeah. So sorry. Nice joke.
No gimp, no no weird, you don't see Ving Rhames' butt cheeks in this cut. Don't worry.
Hey. Anyway, so Smeagol gives his evil plan. Sam is like, dude, this guy's a villain, trust me. And Frodo's like, if without him we are lost. But guys, you can't trust this person. I heard it from his own lips, and it's like, Smeagol wouldn't feed a fly. He's a horrid fat hobbit that makes up nasty lies and all that crazy. Look,
Why
for
was he
me.
rapping? Smeagol was dropping. It was like
He was
what,
dropping
the
balls,
mixtape?
bruh. Not dropping
Smeagol
balls.
been dro-
Smeagol wouldn't heard a
It's
fly.
Sme-
What you
Smeagol-
talking about?
Smeagol has been dropping bars from. He's up. They've been making riddles since the Hobbit. Man has had all the time he had was eat raw fish, eat sushi, and write bars. That's all he had time for.
Smeagol likes it raw. Yes,
Yes.
Smeagol likes it raw.
Yeah.
Shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, ya. Nangu Smeagol yangena, wifaka ngero.
Basically, write about his feelings like a certain rap artist we know.
I'm in my feelings.
Oh, no.
I'm from Canada. Canada.
Started from the Shire. Now we're here.
You know?
Started from the Shire. Now we're up in Mordor here.
So they were thoroughly entertained. At least we can get them that. I think that's why Frodo kept him. It's like, if he goes, who's gonna give us all those sick beats? It's gonna be boring after this. And like, Mr. Frodo, he's trying to kill us, but still, did you hear
Dog,
those
have you
bars?
heard him on the mic? He is ill, bro.
But
Like
he's Diddy. Why? He's Diddy. But he's gonna diddler you. But it's Diddy.
It's Diddy.
He's gonna look at the ring like, take that.
Anyway, did you see about the domain expansion?
Oh, which one?
D-Pity.
Oh God.
I'll send it to you. It's so hilarious.
Okay, yeah.
Moving on.
It's domain expansion.
Kai.
You know, it's domain expansion. English or Spanish.
English or Spanish? Oh wow.
Kai.
Okay, we're back. So it ends with him smiling, and then we cut to Edoras. Aragorn, for some reason, he doesn't want to sleep for some reason, and then there's Legolas in the middle of the night looking into the stars. The stars are veiled.
Wait,
Doesn't he have the dream
elves
first?
sleep, right?
Theoretically, yes. I mean, Aragorn was on a bed lying there, busy telegraphing.
I thought that's how she contacted Aragorn.
I thought she was just trying to look cool.
No, I'm saying like I thought like that was the thing. Like I thought this was the spell. She was like, I need to get in contact with my boyfriend now.
You know, bedroom slut position.
Bedroom style.
Boyfriend contact no jutsu.
You know, no. So there used to be an ongoing theory that elves don't sleep because they're from an age where they're from before the sun and the moon. So they were born under the light of the stars. What do they need to sleep for? But I think someone confirmed that the elves do in fact sleep. It's long and convoluted. So there are camps that say yes, they do sleep, and camps that say no, they don't.
Tolkien. Whew.
But that's a fandom thing. Tolkien himself, I think, does confirm that elves do in fact need sleep, but don't.
Everybody needs sleep, bro.
Well, they're gonna fight the creator.
You know, but anyway,
Of course they do.
To be fair, we do it too. So
so
you know.
well, the way we've been bashing certain creators,
We'll pass the time.
the way we've been bashing them, we really look at me bashing Game of Thrones this entire series. I mean, at this
Anyway.
rate. At this rate, J.R. Martin is gonna mount on a plane, come to South Africa, and knock on my door. Like, what's the problem with me? I thought we should sit down and have a face to face.
If he does that,
I hate the way that
lock
you
him in
write.
the basement and get him to finish the damn books.
Yeah.
I hate the way that
Way
you
that you-
write. I hate the
I hate
way
the
that
way
you,
that you walk.
kill characters. I hate the way that you wear your beard. Anyway,
Massive chakra collection.
moving on. So, yeah. So, is that where they get to the stairs finally?
You know, this is where, and after the Semling Gimli argument, we go back to Edoras, where Aragorn and Legolas are busy talking the stars like the stars are veiled. If something stirs in the east, the eye of the enemy is moving, and then you see Pippin, dumbass. But dumbass, you see, even in your stupidity, you end up saving the world. Don't ever give up. You know, don't let your issues be so great that you don't.
The style of the fool of the took.
Yeah.
Before
So
you go into that, like,
Yes.
why is Gandalf sleeping with his eyes wide open like that? What the
that's how
hell?
he sleeps. Like he forgot how to human at that point. So
That is so creepy. That was like the creepiest thing ever. Okay.
No, and also like Pippin is looking at him like, Chief, help! That time Gandalf is knocked out.
And almost at that time.
you know, I do have a friend who sleeps with his eyes open. It's creepy AF, but still.
Oh no, like dude, get a mask.
Chief.
Hey, get a mask. Okay, back to Pippin
So-
and his
So
curiosity.
his curiosity gets the better of him. He grabs the Palantir.
Was it curiosity or was it like a spell? I felt like something was happening with him. Like it
I
didn't
think
feel like it was a
I think it
regular
was a
thing.
spell. I
in
don't
the
think
book? In the books, it was curiosity because he likes shiny things.
Oh.
So I'm
okay.
going according to what the books are saying. So in the books,
Okay.
I tried to give you one out, Pippin. I tried.
yeah. So
Yeah,
full
because
of
in
a
the
truth.
movie it felt like he was drawn to it.
Yeah. So and now here's the thing about the Palantir. It's what people refer to. I think I've explained it to you in the other movies, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
something like that.
Yeah,
Like
It's a seeing stone, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you can see, and how it worked, canonically speaking, it's like from the position you're standing, right? You can see into that person for hundreds of miles into the perspective of that angle. Unfortunately for you, is that these Palantir are connected. So whoever is in the other one seeing, it becomes like a biggest two-way phone call. And
Okay.
what Sauron managed to get one of these things, and he was manipulating it to make sure that it seems like the situation is hopeless.
mm,
That's why Saruman gave up, because he's like, shame, we're not winning this ring. Sauron is Lord of the Earth. But there's another person who was using a Palantir who didn't fall for that nonsense yet.
but then you said, but then Saruman. Oh, so Saruman's play was to just get the ring and then take it over from Sauron.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mpimpi for the start. Anyway.
Oh my God. Anyway, moving on.
So that at that moment, Sauron was looking through the Palantir, and that's what caught Samwise's attention. And here's the thing: when you see the seeing stones, now you communicate with each other's minds, and that's what happened. And were it not for that situation right there, this war might have ended up very differently, because what happened is Pippin peered into the mind of Sauron, and what he saw is that Sauron is planning to attack. He is planning to attack Minas Tirith. He saw the whole plan.
Okay.
Even as Sauron was busy looking through Pippin's mind, like he's trying to figure out who has the ring, who are you, what's your name. So he's like, he asked him like, who are you? And then Pippin refused to answer, and then he started torturing him with his evil magics. But when eventually Gandalf, the situation sorts itself out, Gandalf covers the eye, finds Pippin comatose, uses ancient magic to wake him up.
Speaking of which, how did Pippin? Because I mean, look, I mean, as stupid as this was, it kind of low key makes Pippin a goat.
Yes.
Because Pippin was able to figure out the plan of Saruman and not tell Saruman that that Frodo had the ring.
Exactly.
So I was like, how did he do that?
What happened was, what Sauron saw was basically ring hobbit. So he found a hobbit looking through the Palantir and immediately thought, okay, this person has my ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Yeah.
and I think I'll send you the link of the channel. There's a nice, wonderful person who explains it in such one awesome detail what the War of the Ring was from Sauron's perspective. And one thing you fail to realize is Sauron, being in love with power, could never comprehend that someone would actually actively try and destroy the ring. So he's thinking that these powerful MFers are gonna find my ring and then use that power against me.
Mm.
That's his whole
Palantir,
point,
no.
because at this point he knows that the war is basically won. The only way he could lose is if somebody found the ring and used its power against him. So he thought. He didn't realize that the plan was actually a little more a little more eco-friendly, I guess.
But yeah, I'm just saying, I wonder
Yeah.
if Pippin was that just pure sheer of will?
It was
Like-
sheer will, it was also sheer dumb luck, and also the fact that hobbits have no conception of power.
So when he was looking through his mind, he couldn't see Frodo in the ring, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and he didn't tell him about Frodo in the ring, even as he was being tortured.
Hey, look, as dumb as it is, shout out to Pippin.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
also remember, the pain probably just shut him down as well.
Yeah.
Because he's also not used to that much
Oh,
of pain.
so maybe then that's also a testament to the sheer dumb luck with Sauron, because Sauron hasn't dealt with a hobbit
Hobbits
before.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what happened here is that Pippin saw a glimpse of the enemy's plan. He saw the white tree of Gondor, and everything was burning. So he saw the ambition of Sauron to burn down the White City. So what he decided to do then is like, okay, now I'm going to take Pippin. I need to go to Minas Tirith. And Theoden says the one line that never made sense to me in this entire life, like, why should you run to the aid of those who didn't come to ours? And I'm thinking, bitch, everyone's fighting a war.
Yeah, but we still hold grudges.
Like,
No, but also when we get to Gondor, I'm on inside because of who's in charge.
yeah,
But we'll talk about it.
true that. But at the same time, everyone's fighting a war. And those elves came to you, didn't they? What were they doing? Were they doing the Macarena?
They were dying beautifully.
You know, Elon. But I get you, because where was Gondor where the Westfall fell? The never-ending meme.
No, I mean,
Black Pants.
I'll tell you now, just because of the guy who's in charge. I
Yeah,
was like,
where was America where the Westfall fell? Where was where was the Springboks in the Westfall fell?
oh god. Okay, so moving on. Is this where we finally get to Gondor now?
This is where we get a splitting apart, because we have the touching scene where they split apart.
Oh yeah, hey.
It's actually a moment in time where, as much as we appreciate that these kids are still kids, actions do have consequences. And right now, the consequences of the actions you've done, though inadvertently low-key good they may be, is that Pippin is now a big-ass magnifying glass to all sorts of evil. Rohan has just barely survived the war. We can't have enough time for it to raise its defenses yet. and the only place they can think of that's close enough for it to be relatively safe is Gondor. So that's when Frodo's like, "You are coming with me."
Mm.
And like, how far is Minas Tirith? 3 days ride as the Nazgul flies, and you better be sure that one of those are in the on our tail.
Ish.
And yeah, he gives him Merry basically this is like Merry confessing his undying love for Pippin. Like this is
Aren't
rare.
they cousins?
Distant cousins. Cause
It felt like a big brother. Like I'm a bigger brother, so like,
yes,
you know,
like
when your
yeah,
little brother has to go out into the world and, you
yeah.
know, like sometimes you just have to like let them go. It felt like he was just like, bro, I've been watching out for you for your entire life. Like Pippin, like dog, I've seen you do like the dumbest things ever, but
But
like, you know, I've gotten you in trouble all the time and everything. I don't know if you can get out of it by yourself.
here's some cigarettes. You go be
Yeah.
safe.
But I think here's the thing, though, is that what's cool about this is that it does allow Pippin to come into his own,
Yes,
especially when he's in Gondor. Like when you
yes,
see him separate from Merry, you get to see that he's
yes.
also evolved within the journey. He's not,
That split was important for them to start growing up, basically.
yeah.
Both of them, that is, because Mary had no one to goof around and be a child with anymore. So he had to grow up.
But Merry had his head on straighter
He did,
than
but
Pippin.
but
But
yeah,
I
still,
think that yeah, I think the thing is, it was like Pippin reminded him that things weren't so bleak. I
yes,
think,
yeah.
yeah. So there was
And
that. But anyway.
so off they go to Minas Tirith, and at that moment we have another cut scene where now we see Arwen going by the safest road, the last journey of Arwen and Domneel, and then out of nowhere she starts having the vision,
That baby guilt tripped her into staying.
like
Like, you seriously not gonna let me be born? Is that what you're saying?
you don't want to be a mommy no more.
Like he looked like he even pointed at he even pointed at her like it was a WWE promo.
Like,
So you want to do this, brother? What?
so you don't want to have me? And then it's just like, my lady Aaron, we cannot delay. She didn't waste time saying, I saw a vision or what not. It's like, my baby!
Like, wait, this don't exist. Hold on.
What? Where are you going? And she writes back, is like, tell me what you have
It's like
seen.
I'm not gonna be like Wanda. I'm actually gonna have this baby for real. Yeah, stupid horse.
She runs back to her father. That's the worst part. Like, imagine you're actually thinking your daughter is safe, going to where she'll never have to worry about all these hideous wars and stuff. You're busy. Oh well, this is another day of trying to run this slowly diminishing kingdom. Father! No, I didn't hear that. I did not hear that.
Oh hell! I'm sure the first thing when he heard when he said it was like, oh hell no.
Oh, this
And then it's like, you have the gift of foresight. Yeah, I saw you will die, but you also saw my son. Don't deny it. You saw my baby boy. Like, I'm not ready.
Don't deny it.
Like, I'm not ready to be a grandfather.
No, this is when Elrond needed to turn into the Black Father, because you know Black Father, there's no negotiation. At some
Yeah.
stage,
Yeah,
shut
bruh.
down.
But
He should have said, "Hey
that-
man, I'm only 1,000 years old. I'm not ready to be a grandfather."
But there's the problem. At that point, it was too late because she had chosen to become mortal.
Uh,
So,
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask you about
Yes.
that. How did that work? Like,
okay. So,
because she stayed, she becomes mortal, or
no, because she chose to become mortal herself, to be with her husband.
oh, so you can like, so this is basically an on and off switch to mortality for them.
For her particular bloodline.
Oh,
and I think
okay.
it only goes one way. You can't turn it back on.
Yeah, you can't turn it back
Yeah.
on. So everyone who's born has a choice to become from her bloodline. So the sons of the children of Erendel. So it would be her, Elrond, and then it would be her brothers and her. They can choose to become mortal or immortal. The others, no, they're stuck. Galadriel is stuck being an elf. She don't get that choice. And that choice was made because of was clearly made because of love. Twice over, because we've got Luthien and Beren Luthien was this powerful elf who sang that first Dark Lord into a coma. That's how powerful she was. And she fell in love with a human being. And then, in the end of that terribly sad love story, the human being dies. And
As we do.
as he's dying, because he died in battle. He died fighting a gigantic evil wolf. She begged him to don't let your spirit pass beyond the halls of Mandos. Wait for me there. And yep, she, out of grief, died. She's the legit Padme of this universe.
Hey,
So
humans got the riz, I guess. Like apparently,
Yeah, no,
like
we-
these elves are not
Hey,
rizzing.
man.
These elves are not rizzing hard enough, or whatever
this
the
incredibly
case is.
gorgeous man, this incredibly gorgeous elf man. They're like,
Exactly. They're just gorgeous. They don't come up in them like, man, kawabona ka ditsebanyana tseo. Tlhoka.
you know. So what happens is she then pleaded with the Lord, the Vala of the Halls of the Dead, basically Mandos himself, with her very touching song of grief, and the Vala interceded on her behalf with Eru himself, and saying, "Make a choice. This is just too sad a love story for it to end like this." And Eru
Oh
said,
my
"Okay,
God.
the choice is simple. You can live in Valinor and forget that you ever met this man, or you can both return to Middle Earth, but you'll both be mortals from here onwards." And that's exactly what happened. She chose, I must stay with, this is my man. I must stick beside him.
Wait,
Look
so
at him.
she technically brought dude back from the dead.
Basically.
Yo, my
Bam.
man. Thank you to my
And
man. You thought I am.
which is quite sad, because Tolkien and his wife based Tolkien, he based that love story on him and his wife, more or
Yeah.
less. And
But
unfortunately,
it sounds like they at least had a happy ever after in the book.
they do, because they do live in peace and they do die of old age, and they do have children who, funny enough, they are humans. But one of them, once again, thought, "No, I want this elf coochie."
Hey, man. There's something
And
about
that-
them ears, bro. Something
and
about
that-
them ears.
And that child, his name is Erendil, the mariner, the person who they named after that beloved star.
Ew. Oh.
That guy ends up becoming basically the person who ends up saving the world. I think that's it.
And then he's like the predecessor. Is
He's
that the
like-
bloodline? Is that the bloodline of Elrond and them?
And that's where Elrond and Auros, the twins, are born into that family, and then by extension, Arwen.
Jesus talking.
One, I don't know what was
That man was hitting he was at least on like 5 shrooms a day minimum.
I
Five
feel like he was the first one to hit the Molly Percocet. Like Future got the idea from Tolkien. Like
Actually, I think his mushrooms were laced. It wasn't even just straight mushrooms. Yeah,
Take the ring.
it was LSD rooms.
Ring on.
Okay.
Put the
Thanks
ring
for that.
on.
Ring
Okay,
on.
but anyway, sorry.
Okay, so that's why she to become mortal. She can give up her immortality, and she chose to give it up because she wants to be a mama. Don't
No,
underestimate.
but I'm just saying that baby. Like the hilarious thing is that baby literally is like laughing with Aragorn. Aragorn is holding it up in the sea, and then he just turns around like,
and looks at
"You
you
gonna
like
miss out on all of this?"
maternal instincts kicked in at that moment right there. My baby.
Taste
Like,
afterlife.
like
Like
somebody should have
motherhood.
like somebody should have just came in and just said bombastic side eye.
Criminally offensive side eye.
How you get side eye by a baby that don't exist? I'm dead.
You see, Wanda, this is how you do things, right? You see the vision, and then you go around to go have a family. You don't go around having a vision of something that doesn't exist and start bending the reality around your world.
Anyway, moving on.
So
So
she gives-
she
and
gives
then
up
she-
her.
And she pleads with her dad, reforged the sword, and dad was like, "No," but then she realizes, "Oh wait, your hands are cold. The life of the elder is leaving you. It's just my choice." It's like, "Oh crap! If I don't help save the universe, my dad is gonna die here." Anyway, reforged the damn sword.
God damn it.
Basically, she pulled the daddy's girl on him, and he was just
Yes.
like, "Damn it,
You know? Hey,
damn you,
you can even
Aragorn,
see.
and
You
your
can see she was.
pipe."
Damn you, Reggie gone.
You can even see that she was pulling. She even called him with the average name, Ada. Like, don't you dare give me those puppy dog eyes. You're spoiled. That's what
I'm
happened.
pretty sure, like, as he was reforging the sword, he was like, "How strong is Aragorn's pipe game? Because this is ridiculous."
You know, do you know there is an opera song about something this familiar? Like this woman is basically pleading with her dad, "Dad, oh father, let me marry this man. If you don't, I'll fling myself off a cliff." So that's it's
No,
not.
but guys, remember, love back in the day was dramatic because that was the only form of entertainment you had was your love. So
It's I don't know if I can find the clip, I'll play the song here. La na 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 na. That's that song.
isn't
That
that
I think,
opera? No, no, no.
yeah, that is
No,
opera.
I'm just wondering, like, the dads
Yes.
must just
No,
be
no,
like,
no, no,
"Dog,
no, 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 no,
what?"
no, 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 no,
It's
no,
like,
So
what is his, like? Does he work out? Does he stretch before they like?
what?
Is his
Remember,
hip?
guys, these guys are strong, but they're not workout strong.
But
No, but I'm
But they're
saying, dog,
strong.
whatever pipe game he got.
what risk game does he have? What
Well, now
powers?
for a girl to risk immortality, like
Give it up.
she gave up her whole elf culture for this bra.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm telling
yo,
you guys, he came up to her kaskasi. Marona when I go bone ga o tlhaga kae mona
You
ka
know?
ka thoma bona o tshwana ka wena so o mo shapile ka tsa ko kasi ntanga
Mm.
mara wa ipona wena o itse shebane a nna le wena re tla kopana ka be ke le shapa ka botshelo ka o jwetsa
You?
and then she fell over. Ah,
Yes. Like what?
wena e re kona batho
Stop. Ska re bjalo. Yo, that was no it's
a ebile ka bona shaba ebile o slender nyana
no, Muna,
eh
risked her so hard that she saw kids she didn't have. She
you know?
like,
Intanga. And you know he hit her with that tambulekele. Slender never gets tired unless the
You
owner
know?
is careless. Ozalana when.
Hey.
okay, so moving on from that.
So then it cuts to in the movie. I don't know what happens in the theater. Okay, I do, but I don't remember it in that much detail. In the movie theatrical version, it cuts to Gandalf galloping all the way to Minas Tirith, and we have this beautiful scene here. This is the first time you see the city from this perspective. We've never seen the White City. We've seen it from the other angle. Because you're looking at it from Mordor and you just see these mountains and everything. That was all the way in the Fellowship of the Ring, and Gandalf is busy reading all those notes and stuff. That was in this city. But this is the first time he's coming in from Rohan's side, and you just see boom.
That's why they call it the White City.
And what I like is you can see there's a build up even in the music. Howard Shaw was good at this. He was the spirit of Tolkien gave him one of those magic shrooms, like, bitch, I heard you're gonna make the music for this movie. Yes. Are you the ghost of Tolkien? Shut up! Don't ask too many questions. Take this.
Wait, isn't it first the invasion of the orcs in that city and then Boromir?
That's extended.
No, I'm asking. I'm just trying to.
No,
Are you talking about the whole thing where we get to see where we see Denethor, because in the extended cut we see Denethor
in the second
and that's when
movie.
he's talking to that's the second movie.
Yeah, that's when he's talking. He's busy bad mouthing his own son. I was like,
Yeah, so I was just trying to.
No, I think
because
that's I think that's another thing.
Yeah, that's a different.
If I'm remembering.
Okay,
yeah,
no,
those scenes are cut
stress.
off. So what happens in this one is that we get to this beautiful city. The music even has a nice build up to it. Bwah, 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 bwah. Like,
It was the majesty of the scene.
yes, Minas Tirith, City of Kings, and the way people loved this city so much. You know, there was a GoFundMe about
Wait,
this.
so which
fact.
part of it is Gondor? Which part of it is Minas Tirith?
The city is Minas Tirith.
And the land is Gondor.
The land is Gondor. Yeah.
Okay, so like how the land is Rohan and the city is the land is Edoras and the land
the kingdom is Rohan.
By the way,
Okay, the kingdom
And
is Rohan, the land is Edoras.
the city, the
Wait, okay, I'm getting confused.
yeah, the
The
land,
city where the castle is, that's the
Yeah,
city.
yeah, the
Where everything where the castle looks upon, that's the land.
land.
right. So the city is called what?
In Rohan, the capital city is called Edoras.
So the city is Edoras, the land is Rohan.
There you go.
Okay.
And then
Yes.
here it's Minas Tirith.
Sorry, guys, I almost repeated twice. I'm just making
Yeah.
sure.
Here it's Minas
You've got
Tirith
a bit of American in you.
and the
Ah,
land is Gondor. Two fun facts, right? Fun fact: Minas Tirith means Tower of the God. Minas meaning tower, Tirith meaning God. It used to be called Minas Arno, meaning City of the Sun, or Tower of the Sun, which was the twin sister of the other city, Minas Ithil, which would be Tower of the Moon. But Minas Ithil fell to the hands of evil, becoming known as Minas Morgul, known as Tower of the Sorceress.
oh, and then Minas Morgul is no. That's wait. How far is that from Isengard?
It's very far.
But I remember them mentioning Minas Morgul like it was
Yeah,
doing something.
the nine have left Minas Morgul. That's where they left.
Oh, is that where the elves left the thing
No,
to?
that's where the Nazgul left on their horses.
The Nazgul.
Oh, they come from Minas Morgul.
They came from Minas Morgul.
Okay.
Oh
So
yes, I remember because they come from basically like a castle city.
yes, so
Jesus, Tolkien. Yo,
so now what happens here now is that he gallops up there to the White City, like the tree. Yes, the white tree, the tree of the king. But Denethor is not king. He's a steward only, a caretaker of the throne. And like,
hey, shout out to this
shout
actor.
out,
Shout out
to
to this actor.
one thing. Shout out to. Oh yeah, forgot to tell you the next fun fact. This city was so beloved that they made a Kickstarter for it.
To
Some
build
idiot
it.
he wanted
A
to build
GoFund.
this city, a GoFundMe to build the city. Ask me for how much?
How much?
$1 billion.
You,
$1 billion.
you know, nerds, sometimes we are insufferable. Like, guys, sometimes we are nonsense.
Who's
Like,
going to give you $1 billion? Got Kickstarter.
like, did he get it?
No, of course not. Didn't even make
Oh,
1%. Didn't even make look. It didn't even make a fraction of the percent. It was like, guys, when
I
they
mean,
just
that's
saw the
some
target,
audacity. That's some audacity for you, sure. But like, yo,
like
I was
at
like,
the
if
end
he
of
got it, I would have been a little bit sad because I'm just like, all these wars going on, and if people can raise 1 billion to build a fictional city, but anyway,
so that is the second fun fact. But now moving on, we get to meet before they meet Denethor. Gandalf gives this guy clear instructions. One, uh, don't mention
oh yeah, don't mention
no,
Boromir.
to let him know of his beloved son's death right now is most unwise. Two, mention nothing about Frodo or the ring.
Yeah,
Or Aragorn. Don't mention Aragorn either.
That was hilarious.
In fact, it would be better if you don't speak at all, Peregrine 2. What do? Then he walks into this beautiful hall. I was like, of all the cities, of all the halls in these things, you see the other Edoras is as beautiful as it is, and country logic like it is. It's also dark. You see light permeating in every facet of this hallway going as this guy walks towards Denethor, which shows how much they value its old name, the Tower of the Sun. Light, he comes in, and here comes Gandalf giving the speech, Hail Denethor, son of Ecthelion, Lord and Steward of Gondor. And Denethor was like, perhaps you've come to tell me why my son is dead, and you just feel it here.
ish, ish. That's why I wasn't so mad at Pippin when Pippin, like, started confessing. It was
he had
just
to
like,
talk.
bruh.
Like, he had to explain. He felt defending us from many foes. Okay, that's fine. I give you my life such as it is as payment for this debt. I was like, oh, you.
What dead, bro? Like, damn.
No, I mean, look, again, Boromir did bite it for them.
Yes, I
He
get it, but
he did bite it to save them.
Mm.
So I'm saying, and Pippin, like, he's been presented as a very sensitive soul. Like, he's not.
Mhm.
So, like, of course, he's feeling hella guilty.
But the
that he was
way,
not.
yeah, I
No,
get that, but
Denethor is a shithead. Denethor sucks.
yes,
But Pippin doesn't know that.
but what did Gandalf tell you? Don't speak
Don't
at
even
all.
actually don't
And
even
then now
speak.
not only do you speak, you start making pledges.
And this is old school, so pledges mean something.
And
This isn't like, yeah,
you just saw
this isn't South
Gandalf.
Africa. No, I'll be there now.
You just saw Gandalf's face when he made that pledge. Like, oh fucking hell, shit.
You dumbass.
But like
Mm.
Gandalf wasn't there when Boromir took arrows to the chest multiple times and still fought off 100 orcs to save Pippin and Merry. Like that's living in the back of Pippin's head. Like
All right then.
you're not normal after that.
All right then. I get you. I
The
get you.
problem is that Denethor is nothing like his sons. Like I don't know how that happened. Where's your mama?
Yeah, it
Go
must have been the
find her.
mom.
It must have been the mama, bro, because
I think canonically speaking, I'm not sure. Correct. You can correct me below. Uh, Faram, Denethor's wife died giving birth to Faramir.
Oh, is that why he's bitter over?
okay, that makes sense then why he's all mad at him.
But still, I think that is true. I'm not sure. Correct me below. But anyway,
Nah, it's still not an excuse.
true
Denethor
then.
is punk
The-
ass.
then we get to see the like I mentioned in every movie, there's a part where the title drop the movie, the
Oh
name of
yeah.
the movie. Like in the Fellowship of the Ring, Elrond says, "You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring," and then in the
Yeah.
Two Towers it will be, to the who shall stand, who shall come up between us, the power of Saruman and Saruman, and the union of the Two Towers.
Yeah.
In this scene here, the name drop was given in an argument because Denethor was like, "You would with your right hand you'd use me as a shield against Mordor, with your left you'd seek to supplant me." Oh yes, I know who rides with this with Theoden, King of Rohan. Where does use my ear of this Aragorn, son of Arathorn? And I tell you now, I will not bow to this range of the north, last of a rugged house, long bereft of lordship. And then Gandalf comes back. Authority is not given to you to deny the return of the king, Stuart.
Mm.
Hey, dog. Like that steward sounded like a peasant or
Yeah,
muggle.
like-
No, but like he was
What?
looking at him like idiot because it's just like, dog, you worried about a seat when there's orcs outside.
You know?
And
Like,
also, by the way, buddy, it's still not your seat. No, we ganja, and it's still not your seat. So it's like, chill.
You've got your steward seat there. The throne is up there. It's not.
and it's just like, bro, you're not gonna be the steward or the leader of anything if orcs are up in here and eating your children and everything. Like, move, bro.
Oh, and
You
by
did
the
your
way-
job. Move,
And by the way, Game of Thrones.
move, bitch. Get out the way.
I
Get
love
out
how
the
you
Get
way.
guys
out
like
the
that
way,
that ridiculously looking Iron Throne that looks like the world's most uncomfortable seat. But you see how a throne is supposed to look in fantasy.
Hey, when you are the Kendrick Lamar of Game of Thrones.
I hate the way
I hate the way you
talk.
incest. I hate the way you have crowns. I hate the way you storytell.
I hate the way that it walks. I hate the way that it talks. I hate the way that it incests. It incesturizes.
Jesus.
I hate
Oh.
season 7 and 8. No, I loathe season 7 and 8.
Like
I-
George R.R. Martin somewhere is just like, dog, what did I do to Tebello? Like,
Like I hate the way I hate the way it makes its dragon looks. If it knows a dragon, it would see me direct.
I,
Am I
but
frozen?
moving on, yeah.
And
No,
so-
so we get introduced to Denethor, and he's like a mini villain
Nope.
of this arc.
He's also local for Cocoa Pops.
Hey,
But we don't see it here. You see, and that's a big difference in the book.
oh,
The-
in the theatrical cut, we got to see that guy is off his rocker.
Yes, but in the books, he's a much more level-headed leader. He's just training under under the weight of leadership. But here, I like the angle they put. John Noble put his foot in this performance. Like,
Yeah.
talk about theatrical level acting here. Like we needed a Shakespearean King Lear type of performance, and he brought it. He brought it with cakes. Anyway,
So wait, you're saying that in the books he's a better person?
in the books he's more level-headed. I can't say he's a better person because he does say things that are quite unforgivable.
So it's just
Oh.
less crazy.
Yeah, he's less crazy.
Okay, but not all the way. He still got a
Yeah.
couple screws loose.
So what happens here? Like the big difference here, here he won't light the beacons. He won't call for Rohan. In the books, he does that. It was his idea. Big difference.
Mm.
So what we have here now, we've got.
Yeah, I guess it's what you call a drama plot device.
Yeah, it was a plot device because then we have. Then later that night, we get to see. Like they don't expect me to do any real fighting, do they? Like heck yeah, they do. You'll do exactly what you're told, sweetie.
But like this is where Gandalf was like, yeah, you see that pledge? You see why I
Yeah,
told you not to talk?
you know, how's it doing for you? Feeling okay? You happy?
And it's just like Gandalf, why you gotta be so spicy?
Huh?
Gandalf been spicy, dog.
Throw the hell out.
If there was a real Housewives of Gondor or of Middle Earth, Gandalf, he's that one who just comes in,
Look, I
spices
think
shit up and bounces.
that'd be that cutscene when you're sitting alone. I legit was tempted to drown him when we crossed the river when I was galloping over here. Like, it would have been a much easier job to deal with. Like, who knows one
Talking
dead
to the
horse?
camera office style.
Yeah. The only reason I didn't do it is because of the horse. That horse is riding at 500 kilometers per hour.
No,
And it does like
Shadowfax looked at me and he said, "Dog, have a heart, man. This is Pippin we talking about." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, at the same time, Shadowfax like there ain't no time. I'm trying to break the world record. You told me it takes 3 days to get here. I'm gonna make it in a day and a half. I ain't stopping for shit. So you better keep on riding.
Oh yes, that is one of my nitpicks. It did for lack of a better thing, it did the Game of Thrones things where time jiggy jiggy.
Yeah.
Time went from like 3 days, like everything
No,
was
hey,
far
no,
away.
hey, Shadowfax dog. He secretly trained with Minato off screen. He's got time
They were
portal
teleporting.
space.
Yeah, they were flying.
Because if you remember,
But isn't it like a
besides the fact,
magical horse? Isn't Shadowfax like a magical horse or something?
He kind of is. He's a mare. So
yeah, I don't know if he's magical, but I just
he's
know
basically
he's
he's basically descended from the god of horses. He's a demi horse.
So,
Demigod horse.
okay.
so
Then
does he
yeah,
not
if he's
have,
a demi-horse,
yeah, does he not have like special magical powers that will make him run faster than regular horses? Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
his special magical powers is that he's very immune to. He does not fear evil, flat out.
So is that it? He doesn't get super speed.
And he is very fast.
and stamina. Hey,
And
that horse
and-
been riding, dog. Like, if I was a horse in this thing, I would have been calling my union rep like, hey, Joe, kosa kunini
without a saddle.
mde
Without a saddle, do you know how uncomfortable this thing is?
Oh god.
Yo, kosa.
I think the only other horses that can complain are the horses in Ben-Hur. Because I watched the clip from that and I was like, yeah, they are whipping these horses like they are slaves. Like,
Oh, my soul. Do yourself that favor, bro. Watch Ben-Hur, the original one, not the new one.
Ben-Hur. I think.
Biblical epic.
BNHUR.
No, I've seen it a long time ago.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
dog, like at one point I thought the horses was gonna turn around and it's like, dog, if you hit me one more time.
I talking about the chariot race.
Yeah, the chariot race.
Yeah, I know that chariot race was just hectic. I was like,
So I was like, at one point I felt like there was some undertones of racism because the white horses are not getting beaten like the black horses. Like,
what do I do? Yeah, it's because the white horses you clearly see when they're bleeding. People don't realize that. There's a reason why they rode the black horses.
Hey, no, I feel like they call those
You don't-
horses the hard R as
Yeah.
they were doing that race. But anyway, getting back to this epic.
So-
So we meet up with Denethor, they have that exchange and then all of that stuff. And then basically like what's this? Gandalf storms out and he's like, basically he's doomed us all. Like
Yeah.
he's idiot, he's stupid, he's doomed us all.
Well, you get to hear that dialogue in the extended version. He doesn't talk about that here. Here, I think it immediately cuts to Pippin gets given clothes. Like, you're going to have to do what you're told, sweetie. Tough cookies.
Oh,
And
is
then-
that where he meets Faramir?
Faramir, it happens later. At this point in time, we get to see Gandalf is busy talking. Gandalf is busy giving all his depressed speeches like, our enemy is ready. His full strength is gathered. Not only orcs, but men as well. Legions of Haradrim from the south. Mercenaries from the coast. All will answer Mordor's call. I like that speech because you get to see cutscenes of all these huge elephants and all these sailors doing things.
That was some gangster shit.
And then like here's the hammer struggle for hardest. If the garrison of Osgiliath falls, the last defense of the city is gone. And then Pippin is like, oh yeah, I've got that line. Like, I don't want to be in a battle, but waiting the edge of a battle is even worse. It's the deep breath before the plunge. I like that line. I think somebody made an album about this thing because there's a line that says like, is there any hope for Frodo and Sam? There's never was much hope, just a fool's hope. I know there's a local hip hop album called Fool's Hope, or a hip hop trunk, and it's based on this line. I will find it. I will find it.
One thing about hip
I
hop,
will
they
find
love
it,
popular
Sauron.
culture.
I will find it, Lara. I will
Yeah,
find
that's
it.
the thing that's interesting about hip hop, isn't it? Like even across the board, South Africa, America, all of that stuff. Like some of these guys be like the biggest nerds ever.
They are
They are the biggest
They
nerds.
are
It's just they
all-
grew up in a lot of them grew up in an environment where they couldn't be nerds. But if you check a lot of them, I'm sure most of them undercover, they into anime, they smart.
No, like I'll hear bars and it's like, then I hit you with my Dragon Balls, and I'm like, dog, you were talking about shooting niggas for like 5 minutes. Like, where did the Dragon Ball come
Balls
from?
come
Okay.
from.
I'll bet you real hard cash that if you were to get a 12 Kendrick Lamar's house, you'll be a room with lightsabers somewhere.
Nah.
Oh, definitely. He got some lights, something.
The
It's either
Force is
Star
with-
Wars,
it's
because
Star
remember it's
Wars.
always either Star Wars or
or
Star Trek
anime or something.
or something.
You will
No,
see
hey,
it.
look, the way he was making them diss tracks, Palpatine was in the back somewhere. Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do
Yes, Kendrick.
Let the hate flow through you.
No, you.
Let the hate of the
Let your
Force
aggressive
flow
feelings
through you.
towards him. Good, Kendrick. Good.
Oh, he was definitely in there somewhere, man.
But anyway, back to this. So, yeah. So that's when they're waiting for the orcs to arrive, right? Basically,
So
at
no,
Gondor's.
it ends. So the scene ends with Pippin saying, "No, but we've got the White Wizard. It has to count for something." And Gandalf was like, "Sauron is yet to reveal his deadliest servant, the one who lead Mordor's army in times of war, the one they say no living man can kill, the Witch King of Angmar,
Oh,
of which Blizzard you copyrighting thieves." I'll put those two pictures together again. I think I've put it before, like you thieving thieves. Anyway,
this is actually the first time you see Gandalf like really the hope is
Worried.
low. The
Yeah.
hope is on E.
I can't wait to talk about the Witch King though, because I have questions. But but basically we'll get to it when we get to it.
You just see they're
Um,
giving him levels, Baba. You wear this mask.
Mm.
You are not like the others. You're gonna get stat booster preparing for war. And he's busy going on the greatest of the nine. Minas Morgul is his land. Cuts straight into Minas Morgul with Sam the goat and Frodo and that other one.
Oh wait, so they're in Minas now.
That's where they arrive at.
That's
Minas
the
Morgul.
oh okay. So he was taking them. So Minas Morgul. So Mordor is like the country, I'm guessing,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Mordor is the country.
Okay, and then Minas Morgul is the city, basically.
Mhm. It's not even the capital. The capital city of Mordor is Barad-dûr. Where the great eye-
Barad-dûr. Oh,
where
where
the
the
great
great
eye
eye. Oh, so
That's
they
the
were
capital
cutting
city.
through Minas Morgul to get to Barad-dûr to get to
Yes,
the
so
mountain. So
Minas-
the Barad-dûr is the mountain. That's the
Mhm.
place with the mountain, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeesh.
Now, you know what makes it worse? Because now the little Minas Morgul used to be Minas Ethel. That's where the Tower of the Moon used to be.
mm.
Okay.
That city used to belong to Gondor.
Mm.
So if you
A quick question. Did Aragorn ever take it back?
yes and no.
Okay, that sounds like it'll be a long story. Maybe we'll save it for
Okay,
part 2.
let me put it. Yeah, we'll save it for part 2 because what happens in the books is that they do recapture the cities, yes, but so much evil has tainted that place that Aragorn himself orders that nobody shall take up residence there. You need to tear it down.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
But anyway, moving on. So where are we now?
So we are at the scene where Smeagol is like, look, we found it, the secret stair.
Right.
Hey, those stairs do not look like
They don't
anyone
make
should be
sense.
climbing up them.
How do you like you need
Yo,
to be
that's-
Spider-Man to to climb
Yo,
those
like
stairs?
those
know?
stairs do not make sense at all. Like those, like goats will look at those stairs and be like, dog, you want me to climb up here? What are you
You
crazy?
sure? But it was
And I'm
supposed
talking about those goats
time
that
is
like
those-
chill on
yeah.
the side of a mountain.
I still wonder, like, how do they get down? It's like, do they hop or are
You
they
don't.
are they Matrix wall running?
There's supposed to be a pulley system, I guess. So the stairway is supposed to be like in case of ultimate emergencies, because even in the name, the pass of Tirith Ungol. Do you know what it means?
It
No,
means
what?
The cave of the spider.
Ew, so you're not supposed to come back.
Yeah, so Tirith Ungol. Ungol is spider.
That's so trash. That is trash. Like I don't even get like a nice pathway into my doom. I have to climb a horrible set of steps up to meet a spider, and by the time I'm up there, I'm tired.
That's why the orcs didn't bother, because they thought, yeah, and that's the thing. Sauron legitimately has a blind spot in that area. That's why he was happy that he had that city under his name,
Mm.
and Kirith Ungol is basically taken,
mm,
so that the spider can guard the place. He used to refer to that spider as his pet, but so he thought he's secure. He'd never expect somebody to sneak in through that pathway, which is exactly what they did.
always
Oh,
the case.
Shout out to Gollum, I guess.
So as they're busy climbing, the ring decides, hey, let me just send an SOS real quick, and it started the Zoom call. Out of no, ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding.
And like when
I
you're
know.
and like when you're in a meeting and it's serious and you're trying to cut off your phone, and that time it's like, my anaconda don't
Don't want none until you got buns, huh?
I swear this is not my regular ringtone.
That's okay. Into the go whores in this house, you got whores in this house, you got. Now, it's a church Zoom meeting.
Hey man, but hey, if you've ever been to church choir, you know that
Bring
song
a
applies.
bucket and a mop for this.
If you've ever been to church choir, you know that song
Yes.
applies.
True, but don't judge me. I didn't say anything. I'm not part of the
So
church.
yeah, we're definitely not making it to 2025. It was nice, guys.
It was a good run, guys.
If you're between brother of Christ, the sister of Christ, I get
now we're definitely not making it.
ke tlogela hela mowa. Are bole ko bo ferami.
Guys, I need you to take this point
Lebo
now.
Gollum.
Guys, you need to stop the video. Stop the video right now. Go back to the beginning of this video and read the disclaimer. Okay. Read it out loud. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now you can come back.
Okay, cool. So
That
now
being
we
said-
with Faramir, right?
Oh no. So what happens here is that the ring pulls them, and then you get this big ass pillar of light shoot up. Funny enough, it was canonic in the book. Big ass pillar of light shoots up from Minas Morgul.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this beat ass wop, this what awesome ass track. How are you? Like you must have heard the truth. Nah, 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 nah. You see, every single kingdom has its own soundtrack if you pay attention. Like, Isengard had na 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 na. And this one, you see, even the undertone, they had to go with this super ancient villainy type of song. It just harkens to not an evil, but an ancient evil. It's like,
No, they were leaving there
Cyberpunk.
like they were like, I don't know if you guys remember that song, but they were leaving there like MOP and Andy Up Like
Yeah.
everybody was just ready to like,
And then-
Eddie up, nap
and then-
that fool,
then
Take
Eddie
helmets off.
nap that
Take
fool.
men off. Take L's off. Any up, man. Yap that fool.
Stab that fool. If you want to go ahead, kidnap that fool. If
Throw
he's got
rocks
the
on that
ring,
fool.
behead that fool.
Then the Witch King flies up. You'd be expecting like you to open a gate. Like, no, he flows up. The thing starts screaming. He shuts it up. No, it's my moment. Because it has music roaring. Oh, like, shut up. Yeah! Goes all goth moment.
That was funny. Like when he told the dragon, it was like, "Hey, bro, why are you making all that noise? It was my time."
It's my time. It's my solo.
Shut
Eh.
up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Shut
Ah.
up.
Just shut up. Shut up. This is my moment. Don't you dare
I try to
ruin.
take it
Let me
slow,
fly
and I see
out
you
again.
lose control, and I know that it just hurts, but you see, I put in work, and I'm crazy.
Oh, this ring, baby.
Try and be the one.
I think okay. Stop. Okay, moving on.
We're gonna make another track.
yeah, Lord.
We made a track about lose control.
Oh, we made an awesome one with the Whisper song, and then we realized because you had to log off, you were the one recording, so we weren't actually recording.
Oh my God.
Man, it's a moment that lives in our hearts. We kind of brought
Anyway,
it back,
so yeah,
but it was better the first time. But anyway.
So what happened is the gate opens and the armies of Minas Mogul march out. Rhythm, doom, doom. You can see these guys, unlike in Isengard, they didn't have these ones were marching to this. They were marching to a gangster beat. They weren't marching to this soldier. They're like, you gotta kick some ass today.
No, that's what we were saying. Like it was straight up Andy up. Like
Yeah.
they were about to go crump on everybody.
And then they're like, okay, we must climb up these stairs. As they're busy climbing, Gandalf's like, okay, the pieces are the body said the pieces are moving, and then it's like, Peregrine, I need you to do a small favor. You need to climb up that mountain and go light that beacon. Do you hear me?
Wait, haven't we skipped the orcs invading the city?
That's when
Oh.
you cut to it. As in
Oh,
the movie,
okay.
that is. As Pippin walks towards the mountain, they cut to Osgiliath, and you just see plain quiet, and you just hear. Well, in the movie, they changed a few things because in the extended cut, you find Faramir discussing what are they planning, blah blah blah. But in the movie, it's city, and you just hear, whoosh, and then the Oak General's like, quiet.
Yeah, that other one you can see he was
Nah,
paddling
nah,
like
nah.
he was thinking like, man, when we getting into this shit? Like,
nah,
Ish.
nah, 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 nah. Faster.
So they were trying to pass like basically to get close enough so those guys because there was the
But-
fog or something, right?
But unfortunately,
yeah.
well, you see, we get to find out what happened in the movies. In the extended cast, they shoot one of the guys down, and that's what tips Faramir off. In the movie, Faramir figures it out immediately to the river, quickly, and then they're busy lining up and everything.
I really like Faramir. Faramir. Like,
But what I like
he
is
wasn't a substitute for Boromir, but like he was close. He was up there.
in fact,
I think also the thing is he was his own man, and he was just because the thing is Boromir had that I am the first son, I am the prince,
Yeah.
I'm cool and whatever. He had just business, like Faramir was just business, like yo, let's get this shit done. Who we killing? Like where we going? Who we robbing? Like let's go, bro. He was
We're
just
jumping.
straight business. Like he wasn't the planner, he was the executioner.
There's a line Faramir says in the books that encapsulates his characterization and the way they portray his acting here. He says, I love the sword not for its sharpness, and I love the arrow I love the sword not for its sharpness, nor do I love the spear for its capacity for kill. I love them for what they protect.
Because
So
like
he fights.
because he turned down the ring way quicker than Boromir did.
So
Like because he didn't. Because I'm just remembering, even in the second movie, he never actually like tries to see the ring or touch the ring.
no.
Basically, what he does is he just sends it to his dad.
So what happens here is that he comes. Oh, okay. So he encapsulates that the duty of a soldier, like I'm fighting to protect my loved ones and my family and my people. He's not saying. And that's why he even has that question, like, what lies did they tell these guys to come fight all the way from home, to abandon their homes, to go fight in a foreign land and end up dead? You know. So he's the stoic soldier type of mindset.
But like you also see that he really loves his dad, and you're just like, dog, you are wasting this thing here. Oh my
Yeah.
Yo, wasting love right there.
So we get to. Oh, the orcs arrive and attack the city. We have this beautiful battle. And now here's the fun part. The orcs actually outflanked Faramir with an obvious ploy. The river crossing was the decoy. Because as they focused their attention on pushing back the boats, the the bridge came across. If I don't know if you saw. So the tactic was to use the river crossing to keep the people occupied long enough not to see that this bridge was forming for the orcs to keep charging across.
Oh.
That was the tactic. You see, that's the military maneuvering that you start seeing in this movie that was absent in the second movie. I like that line where Gandalf says, like, Sauron's wrath will be terrible, distribution's rift. Or the battle for Minas Tirith is for Helm's Deep is over. But the battle for Middle Earth is just about to begin. This shows this is a battle for Middle Earth. You've got smart generals on both sides. You don't have an idiot leading one army, and another one is like, no, we'll use maneuver one for one. They'll attack my guys here. As they're attacking, we'll keep them distracted long enough for you to do this and outflank them. And that's from the bad guy's perspective. That's what I wanted to highlight. And as this is busy happening, Pippin is climbing up this thing, eventually gets to the top. The two worst guards in the history of history are busy sitting there. Sure, you don't expect a 2-foot tall man to be on top of a pile on a bunch of logs.
No, but I mean, maybe they also saw it and they were just like, thank God somebody is doing something.
Sometimes I think about it like, you're seeing this like, shh. We need to send help. We need to call for help. We can see what's happening in that city. Do you see how bad it is?
Pippin did this for 5 seconds and then he went invisible.
Yeah, so we didn't see anything like.
So basically, that's how he was climbing.
I'm busy sure he walked across. As soon as he appeared, the guard's like, "Oh no, I sure hope nobody up here would find the fire that I conveniently put on top of the fire next to the big ass bowl of paraffin that I put on top of the fire. I hope so. No, nothing happens. Oh, my friend, look over there. It's time for lunch. Let's eat."
Like he probably turned around and he's like, "Man, light it already, Jesus." That's how I feel. That's my headcanon, because Denethor, like, dog, he is a detriment. He's a liability in this entire situation. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get to it today, but there's a point where Gandalf steps in and I was like, thank God.
Anyway, we'll get that to most probably the second part, because the midpoint of this movie happens at the lowest point of this movie, by the way. We'll get there. So what happens now is that once again, the beacons are lit. The beacon of Amandine is lit, and the guy's like, "Hey, hope is kindled," and we have this beautiful musical scene where they're busy once again hammering the gun. You see, unlike Rohan, we had a nice build up to the musical point of the Rohirrim theme. Gondor was they're pressing repeat on the Gondor theme like crazy. Dun 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 dun. And then boom, boom. At that moment, I remember in high school when after I saw this movie for the first time, I used to picture like, where would I put my beacons in these mountains? Because there are mountains everywhere in Pretoria. So every time I'm by, like, it would be nice if there beacons there.
Oh my
Imagine the
God.
lighting, like.
Pretoria has written the beacons.
Yeah.
People what yours.
Johannesburg will answer the call.
The beacons are lit. Pretoria calls for aid. And Jobek will answer.
Josie Osabella.
And then all of a sudden, talk, Cheveleza.
And then in 325 idiyatlhaga. Oh, not chance ukuthi ziyashadla kwenzakalani.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Imagine that was like the fantasy. I wonder if somebody could write that. That would be crazy. Lord of the Rings in Johannesburg and Pretoria.
I wonder who's writing something like that in the first place. Foreshadowing. Camera zooms to his face ominously. Anyway.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We get cut to one of the biggest meme lines ever. Look, Aragorn was like, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm not gonna waste a second. I saw that beacon. Am I hallucinating? It's actually on. It's actually switched on. Woo! Be right back. And that beacon's a Minas Tirith. And I'm thinking that are there no other guys watching at the same time? Like, I'm sure the other guy who saw it second was like, wow, is that the beacon? They just like, what the hell?
Like, bro, that's my job.
No, I
That's
think
mine,
also
that's
maybe
mine.
everybody had like some trepidation. I mean, they just went through Helm's Deep. Like the only guy who's invested in Gondor at that point is Aragorn. And like they owe Aragorn basically. So
Yeah, so like the beacons of Minas Tirith, the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. And you just see this dramatic pause. And this was the most the kingliest moment I've ever heard. And Rohan will answer.
no, but like you see it in like the brilliance of that actor. Like you see it in his face that he's just like, I can't say no.
Mm.
Like,
And you see him thinking about it like, should I? Fuck, I can't.
Yeah.
'Cause we
Like
really need to-
this guy really fought a horde of orcs for me and like rode out with me and was prepared to be like it was
But-
1-7v 1000.
But I also appreciate the fact that he also sees that this is it. If Gondor falls to Mordor, they're washing everyone.
Yeah.
So rather we fight them, and this is where he learned his lessons from the first movie. Rather we fight them in a field of our choosing, than them having to come and fight having to fight on our back hard. I'm good with horses. Horses requires open spaces and mobility. I can't fight a siege again. So I think that's the logic that came through. Like, we will fight them there.
No, I'm saying like that's the thing. It's like it's such good writing because
Yes.
all the three things that we're saying is happening at the same time with that one line. Like that's crazy writing. I want to be that good where I can infer that level of context over a line.
Master the Rohirrim. Just like that. The battlefield is abuzz. Oh, sure, they cut off the scene where Pippin pledges his sword in the theatrical release. Whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, it wasn't needed. I mean, you know, it was cool. It happened, but it wasn't
Yeah,
needed.
but
anyway.
at this moment in time, everybody's packing up their horses. Everything's going crazy. And here is where the existential crisis now falls straight into Aragorn. Aragorn, up until this point, was just fulfilling his duty. But when Arwen told him, like, the men have found their captains, they will follow you into battle, even to death. You have given us hope. That's when depression hits, because they're like, oh shit. This kind of sounds like I'm becoming a king, and I don't want to be this king. I just want to save the world. No, don't like shit. No.
Oh no, my destiny is calling.
And then we have and then at the same time we have that build up of that tension song of Nature's Revolved. Na 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 na, and you hear Eomer says, "Now is the hour, riders of Rohan. Oaths you have taken, now fulfill them all to lord and land." And then they burst out. It's like, I was like, yeah, already. I wanted to give a standing ovation, like people in the movie. Shh. And the funny thing is, at the cinema, I was sitting. That was the first time sitting the front row. I didn't want to get distracted by people's crying and fainting and everything. I remember it was the end of the year. We went to go watch this movie in Manly in this big ass theater, in one of those huge ones, not just the small little theater, this big ass thing. And I was on the front row. I was like, I will watch this. And I
Were
watched
you watching
nothing
like
else.
this?
Oh yeah, no. It's the beautiful thing about being this tall is that everything is relative to me. Like, bish. Everyone else is like, and I was like,
I just feel like if I'm that close to the screen, I just have to like, even if okay, maybe this it's an exaggeration to do it like that, but I think I would just have to like
Mm.
just
That's when you
move just
need.
a little bit.
That's when you need the Byakugan.
you know.
360-degree vision.
Then we get to so as they gallop out, it has a nice contrast because it ends with this high note of mankind is gathering for war, and then it cuts straight to the Osgiliath and things that could not be going any worse. The orcs are busy pounding the shit out of the humans. Like things are bad, people are
Yeah,
dying.
this is when you get to
soldiers-
see that Denethor, like, he's so incompetent.
Yes,
Because, like, I mean, you see it before in the extended cut of the second movie, where Faramir is like, had we had more forces, we could have held this city.
Mm.
And then Boromir came in with more forces, and they took the city, like Faramir said.
Mm.
But Denethor refuses to, like, listen to anybody, to try and send any aid. Like, there's hundreds of soldiers in
Just chilling.
Gondor, in Minas Tirith, just chilling and holding shields. And it's like, guys, if you need to take back that border, send more guys. No.
like Gandalf said, where
Like
are
1+1,
Gondor's armies?
bruh, 1+1.
Anyway, so we see this massive beatdown session happening. The orcs people are busy running. I like to see the way you see the soldiers actually dying and screaming in pain, and it looks so sad because it's that tempo switch from the high note to oh shit,
Mm.
and the guys are running, and the archers are busy doing point blank shooting to protect Faramir. It's like we can't hold the city.
Oh, that was a dope scene.
Faramir! And then at that moment, like tell the men to break cover. We're right for Minas Tirith, and then the Nazgul appear. Like, you forgot about us. All
These
three of them.
Nazgul are
Hey,
nasty, bro.
my cheeks were tight. I was like,
Like-
dog, I hope you guys get to the gate, please.
And then
This was me the first time I saw when they were like leaving, and then the Nazgul appear like
Yeah.
you.
And then like fall back to Minas Tirith, and then that guy was basically Faramir's right hand man for the get go. And there he gets knocked down. I was like, no.
It's
Hey, nobody's safe, man.
And yeah, you see, this is how you write nobody's safe. Let me leave it. Let me leave it. Let me leave it. Let me leave it. Leave it. It bothers me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't
Look at
bother
me, Buck.
It
Nietzsche.
doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot. It does. It really does. This is how you write. This is how you write off characters, Mr. Game of Thrones.
let it go.
Dude, I literally let it go. Did you see I was about to start and I let it go, but he couldn't.
Like, anyway, sorry. I'm okay. So it
One
comes.
day I do want to get your dissertation
okay.
on what your things is with the Game of Thrones. I'm actually really interested. But anyway, moving on.
So we get to the scene where now one general spears that guy as he was dying, and you just see this other orc have the biggest orgasm of its life.
Those things love blood. Like it's like when they see blood, they get a
Like
boner.
it must probably like thought it was supper time, like
Ooh, fresh liver.
you know. And then he says the line: "The age of the man, the age of
Orcs.
the age of man is over. The time of the orc has begun." As he's busy galloping out there, and people are busy trying, and these things are busy trying to bite them, and the guards, the guys administrators.
But
are
like
what shall we
one
do?
question, it looked like they shot at him on some limbs and things. Like I don't. Did
Yeah,
he
you know,
not-
he was
he
horribly
didn't-
deformed.
Oh, he
He had
didn't
one
go
hand.
go
Yeah.
to management, and he was just like, Chief, I think I came out wrong. Is there no spare hands in the back
He
somewhere?
literally had a stump and like 2 fingers in the one hand, so this arm was clubbed here. So it was like
Did
this.
he
He
have
must
not a
have-
scary movie hand?
Yeah,
he must have been
basically
badass
those.
because basically he was in charge with the nub. So I guess
You know, so we have that scene, like galloping, and this comes to one of my favorite moments of this movie because everybody is despondent and we get to see Gandalf galloping out there with his horse and like, oh, behold the White Rider, and the Nazgul are busy treeing, spear tackling. Did you see that part where the spear tackled those horses?
hey,
Intang.
And then Gandalf lifts his wand. Wow! Look,
Let there be light.
all I know is you can hear even the song breaks the tension with that. Ironically, I thought it was just a soprano singing. It was a boy, like hitting those high notes. I was like, "Yay, boy, salute!" They shouldn't have, because he sings Silun colored Dune. Oh, because the light breaks the darkness. The White Rider appears.
I hope they didn't do that old Victorian thing that they used to do to choir boys, because that
No,
was
that wasn't Victorian. It was the church.
all right.
What do they do? What do they do? Do they do the snip?
We're trying to keep the channel alive, Chief. We can't be.
Castrati.
I asked the question.
There was the
And-
there was the falsetto, and then there was the castrati. Castrati is snippy snippy.
Oh, okay. Well, it's your channel, Tebello. I was not trying.
No, but it's a historical fact. You can't cancel me about that.
Yeah, exactly. How?
Oh,
It's like canceling people for saying I wear glasses, but when I do wear glasses.
Yeah.
You wear glasses?
How?
So do you
Since
not care about
when?
do you not care about the people who don't have glasses, who have regular eyes? You're regular eye phobic.
And now it's your turn for your apology video, Mr. Shall we start with the song? Nee, nee, nee.
He doesn't see frames. He doesn't see
Did you just
frames.
call me regular iphobic? Wow.
Yes. So we get to I wanted to just cut to that point where that break of tension with that beautiful song, and you see Gandalf chasing back. It actually happens in the book, where Gandalf deflects the Nazgul with his own power. These are the moments in time where now you see that Gandalf has gotten an upgrade, and he also gives the times where, yes, I'm here for this mission, but there comes a time where the mission needs to take a step back for the sake of protecting lives. So here's the point where he's saying, okay, people are going to die if I don't do stuff. So boom. And what a beautiful moment that was. I mean,
To me, it felt like it was like more of a desperate ploy, because I think I would have been annoyed if I was like, if Gandalf can solve the issue, like please just solve the issue, Gandalf. But it didn't feel like he could. It felt like this was
it was an act of desperation.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Trust me, every time I see that movie, and I've watched this movie hundreds of times, every time the hair's at the back of my head. And then you have
that's the power of good cinematography. If you see how the lighting of the torches was shot, it basically it kept the first light in the foreground, which is the front, and then it kept the others in the background, and then as the next one is lit, then that one moved to the foreground, and the other one moved to the back. So it created this nice tension and effect on you, where you're like now waiting for it, and you're not waiting to see it because it's not in the foreground, it's in the background, and so you see it, and it gave me goosebumps, and this is not the first time I've seen this, so it still gives me goosebumps. So that's good camera work. The same with the Gandalf riding out, because it's a nice panned out shot. It's a nice wide shot. You see the Nazgul, you see the riders coming, and you see Gandalf come through, and it cuts from a tight shot, and then it moves to a wide shot where you see it, and chef's kiss. Like as someone who loves camera work, because like camera work tells the story as well. It's you just look and you go like, you see, you can have a beautiful shot that tells a story, because sometimes a lot there's like beautiful shots, but they're just beautiful. They don't really help the story. So this is one of those that help the story, that builds the tension and things like that, like these two shots that I was talking about. And this is like really, literally one of my favorite shots from the whole movie.
Yeah, I agree with your analogy completely. Nice use of insight. You know what I like? It's like we have different things that we like about whatever we talk about, the things that hit us the most. Like BuckMeister is basically watching this from fresh eyes. I'm the nerd that knows the deep lore, and you are like the camera group. You're like the cinephile who knows everything about how to make source selection works and how it uses it to communicate things. We're like an awesome threesome.
Mm.
Yes, we are.
Consent always.
Always. And just like Soul City, protection.
Mhm.
Ah. Oh my God. So yeah. So I mean,
That-
Gandalf rides in. They managed to. Faramir went down, right?
No,
No,
not
not
yet.
yet.
So
Oh,
here we
yeah.
get Fermi explaining like they're crossing the river, and then one of Denethor's number one guys like, long has he foreseen this doom, and Gandalf was like foreseen but did nothing, and that's the basic. Your Buckmeister's haterade comes from that one sentence alone. That if he's seen this, why has he been doing nothing about it?
Bruh, I hate it when like this is brilliantly written because Denethor is supposed to be this way. It's more
Yes.
frustrating when you know a character is supposed to be a certain way and then they're acting out of character. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that
Because
in.
T'Challa.
Recap. Like, yeah, no, actually, no. Screw the coughs. How was it that Ramonda just watched her son get cancer and nobody said, put him in the cryostasis chamber? No, I'm the smartest person on the earth. I'm Shuri. I can figure out an Infinity Stone. But T'Challa is dying from cancer. We're not gonna put him in a. Oh, he's not dying from cancer. Sorry, he's dying from an undisclosed disease, whatever it is. We're not gonna put him in a cryostasis chamber like Bucky. So we're gonna put the white dude in the cryostasis chamber with the technology, but we're not gonna save the African king. What? Like, you see, doesn't make sense. Like, that's not your character.
The African king with the most advanced technology in the world.
Like your characters are inconsistent now. You're telling me two different things because you figured out an Infinity Stone, but you can't put Daman in the fridge. Now we get here to Denethor. Denethor's been an idiot from jump. Like we just know that on introduction, this guy is useless. So
And
him
we've
being
known he's been
useless,
a purposeful idiot towards his son. So it's not
yes.
even just a case he's an idiot. He's worse when it's involved his son. So if it was Boromir and Boromir said we need reinforcements, he would have sent reinforcements. But because it's
Because it's Faramir.
because it's Faramir, he'd be like, reinforcements for what? Go prove yourself. And this dude has proved himself. He's a proven
Multiple times. Like the thing is, the fact that they still held that city, like even though like he needed Boromir's assistance, like they still held that city. Like it didn't crumble to pieces until Boromir got there. That's crazy.
And he was outnumbered, out sworded, out equipmented, all that stuff.
He has outgunned. And what I like about it is like the timing of it all. When he sees, we also get to see the moment where they got confirmation that Frodo is still alive, and you just see how happy both Gandalf and Pippin are.
Mm.
And then it immediately turns to terror because when Faramir tells them they've taken their path to the Morgul Vale, like shit.
It's
And then the path of Tirith Ungol, like yep. Faramir, tell me everything. And then it cuts to Frodo and Sam climbing up, and Frodo almost falls, and you have that moment where Smeagol relapses hard, I guess, has the biggest boner because he sees the ring. Come to Smeagol.
Hey, bro, it's thirsty.
Then he sees Sam like, get away from him. Oh, why does he hate me so much?
the fancy one hates me.
And then he's like, I sees it. He wants the ring. And that's when he finally figures out how to split them up. Like, you're paranoid about the ring. I'm paranoid about the ring. If this guy's paranoid about the ring, you're going to overreact. So let me just do that. Then we cut to the ceremony where Pippin is showing his love to Denethor. Like, kiss the ring.
And that's when I wanted to chuck Denethor out the window. I was just like,
I was
dude,
like-
who do you think? Like, you're useless here. Like, you're
Yeah,
serving no purpose to nobody.
Fealty with love. Valor with honor. Disloyalty with vengeance.
And I'm like, you're giving side eye to the guy who held your city. Like,
The most loyal nigga.
Like
The-
Minas Tirith is still standing because of Faramir.
And then he goes on there like, I do not think our outer defenses should be so easily abandoned. Defenses that your brother long held intact. What did you help me do? I will not yield the river in Pelennor unfought. Osgiliath must be retaken. My lord, Osgiliath is overrun. Much must be risked in war. It's like, risk it yourself then. I'd have told him that.
Yarr, he's such a politician. I'm
And
gonna
then-
draft everybody into this unwinnable war, but I'm gonna sit here in my ivory tower and eat my random tomatoes.
Then it's like, is there any captain here with the courage to do his lord's will? Oh, so you wish that our roles were reversed, that I died that Boromir had lived. And he says the one thing that pissed me off to date, like,
Oof.
yes, I wish that.
that hurt.
And the worst part is he doesn't say yes, I wish that, but it is inferred in the books, and Faramir picks up on it immediately. Like I can see that you wish that Boromir had lived and I had died, but since you are robbed of Boromir, I'll do what I can instead. And then he turns
And
to
I
leave.
just wanted I wanted to look at him like, dog, get out of this abusive relationship, chief.
Yeah,
Like, this
and
is
then-
when you need a Kumula Ekaya moment or somebody to step in.
He's never been
one
your father.
of those actors from Isidingo or whatever on their off season where they just
Like,
come in and just like
fair-
Boromir.
He's not your dad. Your dad is Glorfindel,
It
the
is
hero of the
Boromir.
elves. Like, really? That's your dad? Yes. You're epic shit. You're not this. Anyway, before I
Anyway.
come to conclusions, so Faramir then turns out like, if I do make it back, think better of me, father. And then father says, like, that depends on the menu of your return. So, like, I was cut.
Like this dude doesn't even want to give this dude a little bit of hope, like a crumb of like, yeah, if you come back, at least I'll know you, my son. Nothing, like no hope.
Nothing.
Like
Then we,
and you could just see Gandalf's heart breaking. Like they don't show it a lot, but you see it like breaking over Faramir because he's
And
just
then-
like,
and that I don't know was okay in the in the theoretical scene, was he in the room? Because in the extended one he wasn't. You're like,
he was in the room.
he's not in the room, but like
Yeah, okay.
anytime he talks about Faramir and
Yes.
like Denethor and everything, you can see that Gandalf sees that Faramir is
The
worth
good-
way more than whatever Denethor is giving him.
because fun fact, guess who mentored him?
Faramir,
Yeah.
Gandalf.
Yeah, Gandalf was basically Faramir and Boromir's teacher.
Gandalf is like the Piccolo almost of this universe.
Yeah.
He's just adopting children.
Like
Left, right, and center.
1 + 2 equals. so
Oh.
so when they meet Gandalf, meeting with Renda, they're basically meeting their old high school principal or teacher or something. The teacher they all loved.
The teacher that took them away from their abusive households.
But then their father hates with a passion.
Ish.
But
Always
then-
the kids.
So what happens then is then we cut to the scene, one of my most painful scenes in the entire movie. The lowest points hit like 1, 2 in this movie, because it cuts to Sam and Pippin, Sam and Frodo and Gollum, and Sam knows that there's something going on with this creature, and he's watching him all night. And the moment he closes his eyes to sleep, like.
It turned into the Pink Panther. Doo-doo,
Yeah.
doo-doo,
And he
Doo-dum,
doo-doo,
doo-dum,
doo-doo.
doo-dum, doo-dum, doo-dum.
And then he chucks away the food, and then he mentions. Then he manages to.
Oh, it was diabolical.
Oh,
Hey,
that was
son.
diabolical. Then he also manages to get Simon to admit him that, you know what, like maybe we should have like a tag team, because I see this ring is killing you, guy, which came from a good place, but because Smeagol had already one-upped
Has
him.
been poisoning.
Yeah, he saw that, no, you're succumbing to the power of the ring. We need to split up. And that was a legit breakup scene. And I was like, no, this is no, don't do that to Sam.
That's like when your
Not
favorite ship
outside.
breaks up and you just like,
Hey.
No. And then it ends with them climbing off, and you just see Sam crying his eyes out.
Ah man, I was
Ish.
hurt. I was mad. I was
And
like,
just as
man.
that Just as that happens, we get cut to the next scene, and it starts with the whole sad music. These horsemen are busy getting flowers from the people in the city because everyone knows in the entire city these people ain't coming back home. And you just see these ladies are crying because
And
none of
and
them.
like and I feel like everybody's just being like, Denethor's an idiot. Like,
And
why did we
And
let him get in charge?
then
and
we
also
have
because the people know what everything that Fermi has done, so they're just feeling like, oh my soul, dude,
Like,
this
and
is the
also,
dude.
like, and it felt like it was an hour later or something. Like, he had just come back from a near-death experience, and now he's just supposed to ride into there and just get shot
Mm.
again.
and it cuts to the scene where with that scene you just also see a broken-hearted man who's been dejected by the only person who was supposed to love him from day one. And he's about to go die for king and country for land and country, I guess. And Gandalf barges in and says, Faramir, do not throw away your life so rashly. Your father's will is turned to madness. And you hear one of the baddest counters. You see, these people have been writing poems their entire lives. Where does my allegiance lie? Not here.
No,
Okay,
but I'm just like,
also
but this is where you're
because
just
of
gonna
the
be like,
voice, does
listen to
everything
Gandalf.
Faramir say sound like? Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah.
But because of his voice, everything Faramir says sounds like a
Sounds like
poem, bro. Like this dude says hello, and it sounds like he's starting a sonnet or something, bro.
I'm so convinced whoever married the guy, the actor must have been turned by that voice alone. Like, hey,
Like, like when they ask her, like, what do you like about him? His voice, and what else? What do you mean, what else?
what do we have? What else has that man? Has that man said hello to you today? Go and ask him. Because I greet and say, hi, I greet you, Mang Mang, son of Mang Mang. Yo, yo.
It's
No, but
ware,
like
Faramir, it's ware,
like
Faramir,
this
it's ware.
like this is why I'm saying like Gandalf's heart is just breaking over
Yes.
Faramir because he's just like, yeah, if your allegiance is here, do the smart thing. This is stupid.
But then you see that it's not just that, it's also that he's hurting because his father basically said, go die. I don't need you. My
Mm.
favorite child, the only child I wanted is dead. So what the hell am I gonna do
And
with
it's
you?
just like, dog, Denethor, you are sacrificing the only dude who's like a general with the strategy who can lead these men in this siege, and you want to take him out
Bro.
of commission.
Hmm.
Like that's why Gandalf is just like, we need you here. Like if
And
you're
he,
not here,
And he's sending soldiers with him as well.
you
It's not
know,
like you're just sending one man. You're sending horses, soldiers,
no,
swords.
soldiers is one thing, but like the guy who can get them to the rally point, the guy who was helping them hold and defend the border, the guy who was like, go check here, check there, what. They needed that guy, and then because of Denethor, dumbass, now he's out of commission.
and he said, Ferb and Gandalf says the one line that actually he also says in the book, your father loves you, Faramir. He will remember it before the end. And that's the important part. And with that ending shot, at that scene, we have the introduction to a somber version of the Gondorian theme. It sounds so sad suddenly. No, nah, nah, nah. Like it's like you're playing it at a funeral. Like it's a funeral.
It's like
It's a
they
funeral
slow
song.
down the tempo, played it on
And
lower keys.
that's when you realize the same song can be played hundreds of different ways and can invoke different feelings. That's one of the
Mm.
first few times I got to learn that, or rather, I got to understand that finally because I've seen it done in another movie, aka Star Wars. Because Darth Vader, the Imperial March, when Darth Vader dies, they do play the Imperial March, but at a slower, more somber tempo. At that moment, you never felt like you could cry over over the Imperial March theme, but that's how it sounded like because of that that manipulation of the track. And now, but at this moment is when it finally clicked. Like, wow, you can play this thing many times and people can feel it.
Mm.
Mm.
And you get to see now as they're busy charging there, you can see the orcs are like.
Idiots.
Seriously? With that?
I like the orc general was like, hmm. What the fuck are they doing?
No, it's
Mr.
like he turned around and he was like, "Bro, are you all seeing it? Like we just kicked their asses, right? Like,
Oh yeah, I also
Yeah.
forgot one of the best scenes of the movies is like you see that the witch king is sitting on top of that pillar tower and the general comes, send forth all legions. Do not stop the attack until the city is taken. Slay them all. What of the wizard? I will break him. I was like, and now
Oh,
this guy's
wait, isn't also when thingy Pippin sings?
yeah, it's when
yeah,
Pippin sings
Oh, that was the straw that broke me. Like I was already like down,
yes.
and then when Pippin sings, I was just like, okay, fuck this shit. This is the
Yeah.
bullshit, man. I can't
Then
deal with this fucking shit, man.
then we hear, yeah, because as is busy galloping off, we get to see Denethor busy molesting cherry tomatoes. Do you know how long it took me to be able to eat cherry tomatoes after this movie? It took me years. I could never stand the sight of these things because all I saw when I saw cherry tomatoes.
But also, isn't it this is where also symbolism comes in.
Yep.
Yes,
He's eating cherry tomatoes, spilling blood.
yes,
So he's the reason, and there are people going to go spill blood. So he's the
Yes.
reason that blood is being spilled.
And it's uncomfortable as hell and
and you
disgusting
just
to
see
watch.
it dripping down his lip.
And it's just like, dog, and you want to ask him, how
Like-
oblivious are you? Like,
I would never eat again. At this point, I was like, shame. I don't think I need food anymore. Then it becomes because then we have that song. Oh, funny enough, in the books, he does ask a question to Pippin, like, "Do you have any songs, Master Hobbit?" And Pippin responds, "We do, but we don't have any songs for great halls or evil times." And Denethor responds, "And why should your songs be unfit for my halls?" But in the book, Pippin it ends with saying Pippin then felt ashamed. But in the movies, shame. They just Peter Jackson is like, "No, you guys aren't sad enough. Let me show you how sad you can be." Pippin sing, and he sings the line. That song is actually apart from a song that Bilbo actually sings. That says his home is behind the world ahead, and the many paths to tread. It's basically saying where I am is not where I belong. I belong over the horizon, over the end of the journey, over mist and shadow.
It's-
That's where my
yeah,
home
no.
is. I don't belong here anymore. And it's so fitting because it's basically a foreshadowing of death. Like we are all passing by this world. We are in this world, but we're not of this world. And we are all going to pass through through mist and shadow to to go back to where our home is. And the orcs shoot that scene, they die, and heart shattered. It even shows. Then you see Gandalf, super depressed mode. Gandalf was at his lowest point there. You just see him sitting by the stables, distraught.
It's-
And
I
we
think
just hear,
everybody was Gandalf then, bro. Like we were just like,
and we just hear the bells toll, going, going, to show that tragedy struck.
but then who drags Faramir back in?
it's his horse.
It's his horse. That
Oh,
horse.
right.
He's his foot was caught on the strap.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he was still breathing.
Yeah.
Then we get cut to going, and then once again the orcs work as usual. Nothing continues. Please, okay, bring the siege towers. We need them for the next part. Get back to work, you idiots. What the hell are you doing? You're like, what? Did you think they were actually gonna get to our walls?
And then I guess this is like the midpoint of
Yes.
this movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the midpoint of this movie. At this point, at the lowest, and you feel like, and then at the time, this is if they put to be continued here, it would make sense. But at the same time, there'd be riots.
Mm.
Cause like what? The movie can't end here.
Bro. It,
Like
we must
literally,
know.
as the town.
Just imagine the guy from Dragon Ball Z pops up like now.
Well,
then,
Faramir live.
Faramir has fallen, and it looks like the orcs have allowed an attack on Minas Tirith.
Preparing to attack.
Gandalf has lost all hope. Will they survive? Find
Rohan
out.
will they survive?
Will Rohan arrive in time?
Find out in the next episode.
Lord of the
Lord
Return of the
Ring
King.
Z.
and then you're just like, no!
Whole countries would be in riots. Like, you better finish this movie right now. I remember the last time. The reason why we were watching The Return of the King in the cinemas is because I watched the Two Towers of the cinemas. I watched all of them in the cinemas. But what I did was I'd watch them and then they come out on DVD. I'd rent the DVDs and show that to my folks. And now whenever I did that and like it ends up to be continued, my mother's like, and then what happens? Like, then it's finished. We have to wait until the next one. When is the next one? It's coming out at the end of the year. Then why did you show me this movie? Then I did.
Why do you show? Hobane o mpotsa dilo tse dintle? O sa di feleletse. Hobane?
Then we watch. Then I thought, okay, we'll let the Two Towers slide. I watched the Two Towers. I see the Battle of Helm's Deep, and I'm thinking, this is too big. This is huge. When it comes to the DVD, I was like, I'm watching this thing. I don't care. And guess who I watched it with? The folks, and how it ends with the to be continued, and then the same thing, like
She turns into Batman. Where is it? Where is the next movie? You wouldn't let it be played by an ordinary citizen.
The second this movie comes out, we are going to watch it. And literally, that night it came out. I remember it was like the last day of my grade 11 exams, and then that evening we didn't go home. We were literally like home, and then Menlyn Park.
Your mom was like, I am not waiting for the DVD.
I'm not waiting 6 months for this. Anyway, I think we should.
That's awesome. That's hilarious and awesome. Yeah, I think we can stop here.
We
for
can
today.
stop. Yeah, I think you know what I'm gonna do. As soon as we have the technical issues, I'm just gonna go like put the Great Eye of Sauron. Recording interrupted due to technical difficulties, and you just see the Great Eye in the background.
Oh man.
Yeah,
It's
that'd be
reminding me how old I am. I'm literally I'm old enough to remember when TV ended. And you would get
That's true.
the circle
That
and the
big
clock.
sticky thing in the cloak, and hey, it used to be so annoying. Anyway, thank you for asking about till this point. We are literally rehashing the movie minute by minute at this point. So it's not like I don't know.
Yeah.
Shame. It's not a review. Rather, it's a review, not a summary. Big difference.
I think the review is just about as long as the movie.
Yeah,
And
It's
it's
the
only the
extended
half of
cuts.
it.
It's the
Yeah.
extended cuts of the review.
Yeah. Anyway, so I do hope that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. So follow these guys. We got to see Mr. BuckMeister's what do you call it? Vlog of Comic Con Cape Town. And I saw by the stars that they be. I hope that I'll go next year. I will fly out. Comic Con Cape Town looks a lot of fun as well. We also hope that we'll make it to this Comic Con. Maybe you'll see us there. Maybe we won't. Find out.
Next episode of Comic Con.
And follow Zuko on all his social medias. He's hella funny. He's the guy who keeps my days interesting because he sends me all the comics. Anything that's funny, he sends them to me. It's the most strangest relationship. Anyway,
We are in a real relationship.
yes,
a real
relationship.
Something like that.
Yes. But I'm sure your wife knows about us because I don't want to be. I don't want to come in. I'm no relationship homewrecker. You know what I mean?
Oh, she knows.
She knows.
She knows.
And I know she knows. And I know she knows.
She knows.
She knows.
Kai, let's take a video.
Okay.
We hope goodness me, I want to become more viral than Headbeast, and the only way to express is mouth to mouth. So please talk about us, guys. We love you guys.
Let it burn.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Aisha.